What's good? What's good? Welcome to the Reflections of a DJ, the R.O.A.D podcast, sponsored by DJ City. I'm one of your hosts, D Miles. I got Jamie the Great with me.
Yeah.
DJ Never.
Yo, what up?
DJ Crooked.
What's good?
Fellas, what's good? What's good,
What
man?
up, man?
Chilling, brother.
Everything good?
Yeah, man.
How y'all feeling? Never. You just had a operation
Yeah, man. Like a last minute operation
on your teeth.
on the tooth. Yeah.
What happened?
Never's had these two rotten ass teeth in his mouth.
Yeah,
for like,
Well, it's one
like
big tooth. It was connected together, but yeah.
yeah. So
like,
two rotten ass teeth in your mouth for like 4 years.
yeah.
Simon. Yeah.
You've been living with that for 4 years.
Yeah.
That's some old school shit.
I know, man. Put some Robitussin on it.
Nah.
Jesus
Make it feel better.
Robitussin.
That's literally like some shit like a dad of 6 kids would do because he doesn't have enough money to take care of his teeth.
I just hate the dentist though, man. I ain't gonna front.
What happened? Did it crack?
Well, it got loose. I was eating breakfast and then like I took a bite of toast, and my tooth just like I felt it was loose.
After 4 years.
And I was like, oh shit, man.
Damn.
Here we go again.
So
Yeah.
I don't have a dentist in town, so I had to like go online to search for one. And I just got the one nearest to where I live, so I didn't even do that much research.
They're not supposed to put you to sleep to take those teeth out, though.
They did, yeah.
They're not supposed
No,
to.
that's a new thing. If it's like really bad,
Bro, this
really,
guy was
and it was
so
really
high.
bad, they had to do that.
Really?
Yeah,
Yeah, because I've never been put to sleep.
I didn't think they. I was kind of nervous to do it at first
Yeah.
because when I got to the office, they was like, "Okay, if we do this, you need someone to pick you up." And man, I called Jamie.
Wait, who said that? The dentist?
Yeah.
Well, how do he look? He
What you
looked
mean?
like creepy?
He looked kind of creepy though. But I was talking to the secretary.
Now you know when we do this,
But
you're gonna need someone to pick you up.
Yeah,
you
we
might,
need somebody.
you might be walking a little funny.
it was.
Never wanted to take a lift, and they're like, nah, B.
Yeah, man. I was like, I can take the lift. No.
Nah, your
we-
ass might hurt.
Yeah. So I wound up calling Jamie, and
You're gonna be
luckily,
wanting to be sleeping face down for at least 2 weeks.
Oh, wait. we'll get to that part. But yeah.
luckily Jamie was available. And he was able to come pick me up.
Yeah.
And he did it at the last minute too, man. Once again, thanks, Jamie.
No worries.
So you was fucked up.
No, it was funny. They put me into the chair, and it was like they gave me the IV, and it was like, okay, you're gonna be
Put to sleep?
put to sleep. You're not even know what happened. So like they put the IV on me, and I was kind of nervous because I don't know. I just feel uncomfortable passing
Yeah.
out.
And then before you knew it, the dentist was blowing you?
Before, yeah, right. It was like the 2 guys and the chick in the room, and I woke up and I'm just like, yo, what?
And they're laughing at him.
They're laughing. I'm
Yeah,
like,
yeah,
and they were like, y'all did this already?
Dude, I
They
feel
were
like,
laughing when you woke up?
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's fucked
shit.
up.
Yo,
Yo, what?
yeah.
They were laughing?
They were giggling.
They was just giggling. I don't
Yo, so
that's
I got
fucking
called. I got called from the
crazy.
dentist like, your friend Evan is ready to get picked up. I was like, oh yeah, I'm outside already. They're like, okay, give him about 20 minutes. He's waking up now. And then all I remember, he texts me right after that. And he goes, yo, I'm so high. Yeah.
What did it feel like?
It just felt like I
Like
felt
edibles?
really lightheaded.
Like edibles?
Like almost
Even
nauseous.
worse, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, man. Like I was like really out of it, man.
And Jamie
I was
was-
like mad loopy and shit.
Yeah.
Jamie
Yeah.
was a genius and he documented it.
No.
I told him to record it.
He's like, you should record me.
I said, this is
I didn't
good,
wanna
good
do-
material.
Yeah, I didn't want to do the extra shit. But then I had to walk in, and then the doctor had to read me the instructions for him. Like if I was his fucking parent.
What instructions the doctor told you?
He told, you remember? He was just like,
When you was with me, I thought he had talked to you before.
No. This is when I was with you. He was like, no alcohol. And it never goes, for how long?
So like 2 weeks I can't drink.
Yeah. Really? He needs to
Yeah,
finish
but
his
you got
medication.
stitches, right? They're going to dissolve, though, right?
No, they didn't put no stitches on
No,
it.
they just put a gauze back then. He's like, all right, you're good to go.
They
Yeah.
didn't stitch you up?
No. Damn.
I thought they were supposed to stitch you up.
Nah,
No.
apparently not.
Not for this kid. Not for this.
So he's
What? They took out 2 teeth? They didn't stitch up nothing?
there was one tooth they took out.
one big ass.
Oh, I thought it was 2.
It was one.
Oh.
But I don't know. But yeah, so then he's like, yeah, no smoking. And then Never goes, no smoking at all, not even weed. And then I was like, what about edibles, doc? And he's like, edibles are fine. So,
Yeah. You can eat regular shit, though, right?
Yeah. Nothing too like heavy though.
nothing too rough on his
Rough,
tooth.
yeah, exactly.
Anything that can infect the area? Or
Yeah.
what is it?
Well,
Yeah.
he just said nothing rough. Like I'm thinking maybe I can't eat steak or
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nothing crunchy. Nothing
exactly.
Like that.
Yeah.
So then we went to, he's like, let's go get my medication at Smith. So we went to Smith to get his medication. And then I was like, yo, we should grab you some snacks because you can't really eat. So he goes, oh, man, let's go get some applesauce.
I know, man. I got applesauce. I got some Jello.
And then he got
I like Jello in fucking years, man.
yeah, look like we shot him for a
and then
fight.
Jamie was like, "Oh, you ever had that butterscotch pudding?" And like, nah, that shit look good, man.
So he bought that. Yeah, it was crazy.
Okay.
But it was
I'm glad you guys have enjoying all of this.
it was funny.
All right, cool. Your insurance covered this shit, right?
Oh, my, the insurance sucks, man.
How much you drive? 500?
Yeah,
That's not bad.
Damn.
they only cover like maybe 30%.
That's pretty good still.
Yeah,
All right, cool. That's so.
I'm
that
feeling
was-
better now, man. Yeah.
That's
better.
good.
Thank goodness. That picture looked fucked up.
I know, man.
Yeah, you looked out of it, man. I was like, fuck, man.
You look like that Ghetto Boys album.
You know what?
Bushwick Bill
Actually,
coming
our
out
boy,
the hospital.
our boy Todd, like he sent me a picture, and I was like, "Yeah, I do look like that."
Yeah, you look fucked up. Next time you're gonna get that tooth fixed, right? It probably wouldn't have been that
But
much.
no, but here's the thing. Now, like when you go, I hate going to the dentist because they always find some other shit that you don't know is wrong with
Yeah,
you.
you probably need to clean it.
So now, no, not only that, a deep cleaning. I gotta get my wisdom teeth pulled out.
Yeah, see, I'm in the same boat. I gotta get all 4 of mine pulled out.
Yeah,
and I'm
like,
scared of that.
Jesus Christ, man.
Why? Just get it all done.
Oh man,
I don't understand what's the problem with the dentist.
I don't know. I just hate going to the
Yeah,
dentist.
but you're not doing anything except laying there and having some motherfucker do some shit to your mouth.
yeah.
Pause.
I mean,
Pause.
but now they're putting you to sleep, so it's not too bad now. But before, like they used
Wow,
to,
that
they
was-
numb you.
That was a
That
tough
was
one.
crazy.
I was
Before
an
they
epic
would
pause.
numb you, and you like you feeling the drilling, or you hear the drilling and shit.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm crying.
Sometimes you smell the smoke.
Yeah, I'm crying.
You smell the smoke from your teeth.
Yeah.
I don't know about that.
Yeah.
No,
you
yeah,
never,
I
you
was-
never
yeah.
smelled the
I've
smoke?
had that happen before.
You smell like the smoke,
Like that
from the
smoke
teeth.
residue?
Yeah.
Oh, man.
Your
Your
teeth burning and shit.
Yeah.
Something about that drill just drives me crazy.
Yeah, man,
Like
exactly.
that sound.
But yo, when they put you out, man,
Yeah.
you wake up it's like, oh shit, you done? Like,
Yeah, he was out for 30 minutes and he felt like he closed his eyes and he opened his eyes and he was done.
Motherfuckers was sucking on your feet.
Yeah. No wonder your shoes were
Why
untied.
would you say that shit, man?
They were doing some nasty ass shit.
Yo, it was crazy because the chair that he was sitting on when I got there, it looked like one of these chairs, but just like a reclining chair. And I was like, there was like 3 of them. I'm like, damn, they didn't even take him into a room to do all this shit. He was still laid up.
No,
right there.
no, they had put me outside of it.
Oh, okay,
You
that
were
was
in a
outside.
waiting room, you dickhead.
Yeah.
Like, yeah, that's not the operational room.
No, it looked like that.
that's what you thought that was the operation?
Yeah, I was like, yo, this is nuts.
Damn, Jimmy.
All right, let's continue this because this is getting idiotic right
Yeah.
now. What do you call it? Shit. I should talk about. Actually, I got to give a shout to Nopa Slaps in San Francisco. I DJ'd his party, R&B and Ribs.
Oh
It
shit.
was
Yeah,
like
yeah.
a dope day party. It was on Sunday.
How was it? It looked like it was cracking.
Yeah, it was
from the
fun,
videos.
man. It was like all ages too. It was like just R&B. Like
So they had like ribs and shit at the.
they had ribs. I think they had like Korean barbecue sandwiches,
Sliders.
Oh, wow.
I didn't eat anything there, but it was popping, man. It was like super cool vibe. Everything was just laid back. I think maybe $5 at the door at the most. I'm not sure,
Yeah.
but
Damn,
yeah,
that's
it was
cheap.
packed and it was just like good vibes. And
So they do it monthly, right?
I think it's monthly.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe in the summer. Yeah, I think it's monthly, man.
Mm-hmm.
I think he's. It's only like 2 years old, maybe a little bit over 2 years.
Yeah.
But geez, man, what that party has evolved to in 2 years is really impressive. So shout out to him, man. And I was talking with him for a little bit, and I was like, you know, why'd you start this party? And he's like, I wanted to get booked at parties like the Do Over and like Everyday People, and all of these cool ass parties, but I knew they would never book me, so I wanted to just start my own party.
Damn.
That's smart.
So did he started it by himself?
Yeah, I think he definitely got help from
team.
people.
Yeah,
Yeah.
What's the capacity of the venue?
I'm not sure. I'm not good at gauging that,
I'm-
but I
I'm
know
the same way.
I know there must have been.
Because it looked packed though. It looked like,
There must have been over 500
Yeah.
people there.
Mhm.
Damn.
Yeah,
And they caught you vibing in there.
I was vibing.
Who
You
took
was-
that video?
It was
Of
Audio
anyone.
One or Lazy Boy, either or. Yeah,
That was a classic video. You like grooving through the crowd.
Yeah.
With your drink in your hand.
he was like,
And
he was,
then
like, he was lurking and shit. Like,
Nah.
you look like you was creeping.
You was just
Like,
like
oh,
maneuvering
look
through
for
the
that.
crowd.
I'm praying on my new. I was like, damn.
Nah, it was like good vibe. I was just like feeling. I was like happy to be there.
This is
you know?
like how you were dancing through the crowd and then you stopped with a group of people and gave them like a cool 5 second 2-step and then you bounced off. It was so
Oh
smooth.
no, yeah, like there was a shorty who was like grooving. And I was like, and then I was just went,
It was great.
And then it was cool, man. Like, I had a lot of fun there. It was a different vibe because it was obviously like a really diverse crowd,
Yeah.
but it was like diverse in age. And actually in San Francisco, I noticed there's like a lot more intermingling of like older people and younger people.
Yeah.
Because I went to Motown Mondays and it was the same thing. There was older people and younger people.
Yeah.
Like literally people in their 50s,
Oh wow, man.
40s, 30s,
And they got
and then
22-year-olds,
20s.
yeah.
And it's just everyone intermingling. And I went to the Motown Monday there the night after.
Lazy Boy does that party, right?
Yeah. And met up with Audio One and Lazy Boy. And yeah, I mean, that was super chill. And it was like
Was it like on the same vibe? Like
same vibe. I mean, it was just all Motown affiliated music. So
Yeah.
music kind of related to that era and like some funk and soul. But it was like, yo, the vibe was really dope, and it was. I was shocked to see so many age groups intermingling, because
kinda
usually
rare.
it's kind of like
Yeah, it's usually a bundle of like one age group
young
or two.
people or like older people, and like no one wants to intermingle. But I actually really liked the fact that everyone was intermingling.
that's
Yeah.
dope, man.
Yeah. I actually I had a great time. Yo, thanks to Nopa Slaps, and yo, honestly, man, like I'm not saying everybody can start their own party. I know it's a lot of work. It's a lot of like anxiety. As packed and as popping as it was, Nopa Slaps was even like worried that there was gonna not be a great turnout. Ended up being a really great turnout, you know, and it's just one of those things where, you know, motherfuckers, you can start your own party. It's just like, I'm not saying that like, yo, if you don't have the heart to have your own party, like don't start your own party.
Yeah.
You got to obviously do something else. Like,
Yeah.
you know what I'm saying? But for those of y'all, like, this is an example of like a party that actually was popping. And I was actually surprised to see how like, I don't know, it didn't seem like a 2-year-old party.
Yeah.
It seemed like a party that was at least 5 years old or more.
Yeah.
But you'll be surprised what the market is hungry for, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And you know, it's just a creative thing. Like, he was into ribs. And when he first started the party, he would be cooking ribs.
Well, he has a chef background.
Yeah, he has a chef background. So
okay.
Yeah.
so it's like it all came together, you know what I mean? But like, you have to really find what's your niche and what
Yeah.
you want to do.
Yeah,
you
what's
know
your
what I'm saying?
pocket.
Yeah. And you can't just like bite off of like, you know what I'm saying? Like,
And for the next one, you guys have go on to Instagram. It's R&B and Ribs to check out the next one.
yes, R, letter N, B, and
Ribs.
another letter N and ribs. Yeah.
No, it's N, A-N-D, Ribs.
Oh, yeah, and ribs? Okay.
Yeah, and Ribs.
I think it's dope that he started it out of just knowing that he couldn't get booked at these other spots and just took it upon himself to say, fuck it, I'm going to do my own thing.
Yeah.
You know what I mean?
I think that was MoMA's kind of thing too, right? That was
That's
like,
pretty much everyone's kind of thing.
yeah.
Yeah.
Like, I'm just
I
gonna
think
build my
anyone
own
who
stuff.
starts their own shit, it is obviously a void in the market.
Yeah.
I know LA has a whole bunch of R&B parties popping up everywhere, right?
There's a good handful of them. Yeah.
Yeah. I think it's not getting oversaturated yet, is it?
Nah.
Not yet, because everyone kind of has their own little stitch of like
Niche?
niche, stitch. I was thinking about never. Yeah, everybody has their own niche, so everyone has like their own little pocket. Like
Claro que sí, claro.
Yeah, claro que sí. TF, you've been watching too much Narcos. TFTI, you know, they have their own like text message kind of vibe, Instagram type of feel. So it's everyone's different over there.
TFTI, that's
That's
for
Omar.
the invite.
Yeah, thanks for the invite. That's
Omar and Christina.
Yeah, their party, and I think it was one last night, and they had a good turnout. So yeah. Everyone kind of has their own little pocket of whatever they're doing. So yeah, but there's a good handful. I mean, 143 still.
There
going
was
strong.
Sadiq also, right?
Sadiq. Yeah, that was 2 nights ago.
Night Train did that shit. That
Night
shit
Train
looked
did
dope.
That should look popping.
That was at Highlight Room, right?
Yeah, that reminded me of MoMA's Dance with Ellie Escobar because of the big
Just the look
windows.
of the windows.
Yeah. I was like, oh, that's some like New York shit.
Didn't we go to that party before?
Which one?
When Night Train was spinning at the hotel on the
No,
rooftop.
That's
no,
a
that's
different
a
one.
different part. That was like a Dreamville, like
That's Tribe.
that's right.
Tribe.
Yeah.
That was and that was in the West Side.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Nah, this was like it's the first party, right?
I don't want to be mistaken, but that's the first time I've seen that Sadiq.
Yeah,
anywhere,
there's
so
basically an R&B party that they call Sadiq.
I may be
like
misinformed.
Raphael Sadiq.
Yeah.
But like, yo, like you see like Lovers and Friends Festival,
Yeah.
Yeah.
like this R&B wave. I feel like people are calling parties R&B,
Yeah, I don't.
but it's like, yo, honestly, I go to these parties and they're playing hip hop.
Everything.
They're playing some ratchet ass shit too.
Yeah.
But it's like the new cover up. Instead of saying open format, the new wave is R&B.
Because it
Yeah,
sounds
yeah.
sexy.
Yeah.
It sounds grown.
Sounds-
it sounds,
yeah.
It sounds like it's a catered
It
to
sounds
women
safe.
and like
exactly.
yeah.
Yeah.
It sounds real safe and it sounds women friendly.
Yeah, because you want to say like, yo, we got this dope ratchet party.
Yeah.
and be like, yo, we got this R&B. Oh, what R&B?
I think 143 was like very R&B at a point. I'm sure there still is, but yeah, there's other ones that have come up after them.
Yeah.
Yeah, TFTI.
And then we
For
just
the
had the
Love,
Dizza episode with Peach Fuzz.
Peach Fuzz.
And honestly, he's one of the first dudes that I saw in the 2000s starting that R&B wave.
Yeah, that was
Bring the old
early
school back,
on. About 8 years now, whatever. Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, man.
9 years,
Shout out to all
sorry.
y'all like starting all your parties, whether they're doing well or just starting out. You know, just grind through it and keep at it.
Yeah. Get creative with it.
Yeah.
Yeah. But if you ain't the party type, then don't be doing the parties.
Yeah. Don't chase.
Or if it's gonna be whack, don't even think about doing it.
If you're chasing it for the money, just leave it behind, guys.
I know you gotta have a love for that shit.
Yeah,
man.
you please, if you're gonna do a party, focus on the music, curate that correctly. Don't just go because you hear whatever party.
But
that's
there's so many elements to it, and we've talked about this.
Yeah, I mean, but some people maybe they hear what a party of a 10-year party has been doing and how much money they're making. They're like, well, if they can do it, I can do it, and not necessarily you can do it.
But a lot of those 10-year parties, they have hit or miss weekends too, man. So like, as much money as they may make, there are definitely nights where they break even or lose money, man.
Yes. But there's nice to do that here.
I talk to these motherfuckers and they're like, yeah, like we took a L this night.
I mean,
we took
even
a L this night, but we we doubled up on this 3-day weekend or whatever.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
I mean, even Calvin, he was like, he didn't think people were going to show up to the R&B ribs, but look at the turnout, man. He was kind of
well, he knew people were going to show up. He was this nerve. I think everyone that throws a party has that anxiety.
It's always like, are there anybody going to show
No
up?
one's going to come. Like, what's going to
Yeah.
happen? Like, you always think of that shit.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? Like, anyone who's had like a birthday party or whatever, there's like,
Even when you're a kid, you're like,
like no one's
is anybody going to show up?
I ain't got no
Like,
friends.
That shit would never go away.
Like
It starts off when you're a kid.
Your
and then,
mom
like,
just killed it with the fucking decorations, and no one shows up from your class.
And you're just sitting there and shit,
Like a
waiting
fucking
and
loser. Shout out to moms for doing those great parties.
shit. Yeah, man. But what else to call? How y'all week been? Everyone's been good.
Yeah, been dope.
Never actually. You just got back into like DJing. You've been taking care of family shit for
Yeah,
like a
man.
few weeks now.
Yeah.
Back to swing of things.
Yeah.
I had like a bit of an anxiety attack before my gig.
You don't have
I
anxiety
never-
attacks?
No, never.
Never?
No.
Dude, I used to have this shit on the daily
Wait,
basis.
when was the last time you had a DJ anxiety attack?
Only time I do have it is when I perform at a new resident, like
Right.
a new club.
A new club. Okay.
New room.
But new room, yeah. Other than that, nah, I never like worry about it. But for some reason this week I was like kind of stressed out.
And you've been in that room before.
Yeah.
So yeah.
But it was like I haven't been really working and I haven't been going out either. So I was just like, damn, is there anything different within the past month and a
Yeah,
half?
because you've been consumed like, taking care of the affairs of your father,
Yeah.
rest in peace.
Mhm.
Right.
Yeah, exactly, yeah.
Yeah.
But yeah, and luckily you guys came through. Y'all kind of helped me out a bit.
Yeah, we came. I was,
Supported.
Gotta show love.
Yeah.
I was dancing. I was
Yeah,
hyping you up.
It was cool, yeah.
Yeah, it was fun.
You,
I-
you sounded good. You sounded great.
It was
Yeah.
all right, but I was like,
I kind of knew. It's funny now that after you mentioned that anxiety stuff, I kind of knew something was off on you because you were so focused and on the crowd that other DJs came by and other people came by, and you were just so quick to dap and then back to what you were doing, and I was just like, oh shit.
I knew he had anxiety when I was like bringing him drinks and he wasn't drinking anything.
Yeah, he only had. Yeah, also that too.
that's a sign, yeah.
It was 1 o'clock and there was only one drink or cup of drink.
No,
behind him.
I brought him like 2 drinks and then someone brought him another drink and there was 3 drinks like literally untouched and I was just looking at him like, yo man, this motherfucker usually he doesn't let this shit get watered down.
Yeah.
I don't, nah.
The ice is still well done.
I'm like, yo,
Still
these
there, chilling.
motherfuckers look watered down.
Yeah.
Nev, you didn't really drink the whole night?
Not really, nah. Maybe like towards the end, but
Yeah.
like beginning, nah, not at all, man. I had like when I first started off with
You
one
had, like,
drink,
one
and then I
drink,
just chilled, yeah.
How quickly what do you do to get over anxiety?
I mean, just let it go away, man. Like it was worse before I got to the venue. When I got to the venue, it wasn't too bad.
How did you guys get through those anxiety attacks? Because I had one before, and I had to chew bubblegum and concentrate and like not think about it.
I mean,
But I'm sure there's
Chew
other.
bubble gum?
Yeah, that's my thing. Like that's my.
It kind of calms you.
Yeah, like, that's what, it's funny, but yeah, that's what gets me calm. But how do you guys go through that?
I mean,
'Cause
once I'm
because
on the
it's like
turntable, once I started working,
okay,
it's just
here
like,
we go. Go ahead, asshole.
Go ahead. What you
Hold
gonna
on,
say?
let him go. Go.
No, go ahead.
No, go ahead.
Fucking
No, I'm about to say now. Once I
There's something in your mouth. What
once
is
I
it?
get started and going on the turntables working, then that anxiety goes away.
Okay.
Yeah. For me, I never had anxiety, but I get anxious. So
It's
it's like
anxiety,
I get,
isn't it?
You're anxious and anxiety.
but no, like it's like I'm so.
Dumb.
Is it the same thing?
yeah,
The same
Yeah, man.
anxious, anxiety.
No, shut up, no. Okay, well, I guess I've had it a few times.
I don't get
then.
scared, but I get afraid.
That's like that baby. what the baby said on Charlemagne.
Yeah.
Oh shit! But I'm a lot like.
Are we
Nev, though.
finished? Or are we done?
Shit. Yeah, I mean, fuck, man.
But no, it's the same. Like honestly, like once I start playing, it goes
Yeah.
away. Like I'm pretty much comfortable. But that moment before it starts, I'm like, oh shit! All right, let's get it going. And then once it's going, it just clears my head, and I feel at home.
I used to overdrink. Like I used
Yeah.
to, I used to just like,
Try to numb the pain.
I used to like, cause I would fly somewhere and then like, I don't know, for some reason, like my flights would always land late,
Mm-hmm.
and then I'd have to go straight to the venue.
Oh man, I hate that.
And then when I didn't have time to like kind of like go through music
Yeah.
or like prepare, and then I would take literally like 3 shots
Yeah.
and just like try to get a quick buzz and numb the pain, and then like what do you call it? Which is really not healthy, obviously.
But would it work? Would it work for you?
It would, but you would I would like end up over drinking sometimes.
Yeah.
And then like there was a point where I was just traveling so much, and that was my
Vice.
It wasn't a vice. It was like my therapy. That was like my way of dealing with the anxiety. My solution for dealing with the anxiety, and it
Yeah.
was self-destructive.
Mm-hmm.
So like I would like at the end of the night, I'd be doing dumb shit like throwing my vinyl into the crowd.
What?
I think like I threw my headphones into the crowd,
Yeah.
and everyone's like, "Yo, this dude is wild." And, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah, your headphones are crowd surfing?
Not even, yeah, not even.
That's like the mic drop. Just the
He's like,
mic
yo,
drop.
I killed this shit. Just start flimsy and shit around.
Like they would be like, "Yo, lights up," and the last song, and I'd be like, "Yo, last song on the mic," and everyone would be like cheering, and I would throw my headphones and like my shit in the crowd.
Like, you're going to need this.
I need them headphones.
Did you get them back?
Huh?
Did you get them back?
Nah, I don't know what it was like.
Damn, man.
There's new headphones every game.
And then like homies would hit me the next day like, "Yo, you was really feeling yourself last night. You was
There's your
on some
mic
shit."
drop.
I have actually a quick story that gave me crazy anxiety, and this probably happened 2010-ish, and it was back when Jamie Foxx was out here a lot going to Tao, and so I think I was opening for either Vice or Deluxe, and their flight was late, so I had to go into prime time, and Jamie Foxx showed up, and they were like, "Yo, he like does this thing where he'll start singing,
Yeah.
he'll start singing a song, and you gotta like find the song and match it when he's singing."
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I had never did anything like that. So like the first couple of songs was like Get Money. So I kind of figured that out. And he did like All About the Benjamin. So I was like searching through my library, nervous as shit. Okay, boom, dropping them. So like that happened for about a good 10 minutes. But and then I had like literally every manager in the booth with me while this is happening.
Yeah, it's nerve wracking.
Yeah.
It's
Like-
fun. It's fun, but it's nerve wracking.
Yeah, I'm like sweating. I'm like, fuck, man, I can't mess up. Like,
Yeah, he would be like, "When I met you last night, baby."
right,
In the hotel, and you'd be like, and then like you'd be like, "Oh shit, I gotta get Ain't No Fun."
right.
Or he'd be like, "Man, I was at the casino, and I put down like 100,000 on black,
Yeah.
or I put 100,000 on number 21," and he'd be like, and then when the ball stopped, it hit 21, and I won a milli. And they'd be like, "Okay, I guess I gotta play a milli now."
I was like, yo, fuck
And he's
you,
like, you
Jamie
just had
Foxx.
and he would like DJ, you with me? And he was like going them little rants, right?
Yeah.
And I'm like, fuck, man.
My
all
name
right.
is Jamie motherfucking Fox, right?
Yeah.
He'd be
And
like
he would
that.
do the Ray Charles, like, you
Yeah.
take my money.
And you have to get that shit right.
Yeah.
I remember he sang a song and I didn't know what he was singing.
You took out your Shazam.
And I remember I looked at Omar Galliano and I'm like, "What is that?" He's like, "I don't know." And he was like, "Mazam hey, madam, and I was like, "What song is this?"
like,
Yo, Jamie,
Even the crowd was like, "What is he
What
singing?"
was it?
I don't know. To this day, I don't know what
He
he's
didn't
singing.
be like, he wasn't like, "Yo, DJ, you don't have that song?"
Yo, the first thing I thought of was that Saturday Night Live, the buckwheat when Eddie Murphy was singing, and then they didn't know the song he was singing.
Yeah.
Is that a day? Boom, that a day. Like he was singing some shit I never heard. And then everyone was like, He's like, DJ, you ain't got that song? And I was just like, I don't know what that song is. He's like, oh, DJ, you ain't have my song. And then the crowd started booing.
We're supposed to be a team, Jamie Foxx.
Nah, but he was dope. He was like, man, don't you ever boo my DJ. Because that's my DJ. Go DJ.
No,
DJ. And then I was like, okay, I know that shit. I didn't know that other shit that you was saying.
Little Wayne.
Yeah.
Is that a nut? When mother's in the bed today?
Fucking Jamie Foxx.
I don't know what he.
But yeah, he was coming out a lot, right? Like he would hit Tao, he would hit Body English.
Yeah,
he was on the run.
Yeah.
That's the Jolo days when Jolo was paying him.
That's back when
Everyone was getting that Jolo money.
You
Joe to the fucking low.
Joe to the motherfucking low. Yeah,
Jolo, man.
That's back when Blame It had just came out. He was just popping.
Oh, this is like 09.
Yeah.
I cannot wait for the Jolo
movie?
documentary to come out, man.
Oh, it's a documentary movie.
Oh, is it document? Yo,
I think it was
I think it's both.
Because you said you wanted to play the DJ, so I think it was a movie.
I'll play anybody.
You'll play Jolo?
I'll play Jolo's love interest.
The secret affair. The secret affair with the DJ from Vegas.
I'll be Jolo's prostitute wrangler. His escort wrangler. I heard some shit about him.
His towel boy.
You're going to be Jolo's Mr. Bentley?
Yeah. Yo, that dude had like mad escorts. Just running
really?
around.
So
wasn't smashing none of them, man.
Oh,
That's crazy.
Just cuddling. You just want to cuddle. That's some sad shit.
Yeah,
No. That's all he wanted. He just wanted love. That's all he wanted.
you just wanted to cuddle?
He
He
wanted
wanted love.
Nah, he wanted more, man.
No, he wanted love, man. That's all he wanted.
Yeah, just come
definitely wanted
hang.
more.
Just come
That's all he
hang. The
wanted. That's
Jolo
all he
effect.
wanted, love. What's the difference, Attention, love, same thing. That's all he wanted.
And vagina, I mean, there's clearly one. But
Nah, I think it was, he just wanted to, take someone to dinner, have them pretend like they cared for him.
Conversation.
That's a sad
Some
fuck.
conversation.
sad. It is
Wanted
sad.
someone to laugh at their jokes.
They can laugh at my joke here.
You know what I'm saying?
Bring the other wine in.
Sometimes it costs a little, sometimes it costs a lot.
Sometimes it's
But it's
cheesecake.
You know
gonna
what I'm
cost.
saying?
Sometimes it's Cheesecake Factory. Sometimes it's towel.
Yeah, man.
Shit, the yellow towel.
That's all he wanted was. That's why it's even a sadder story, I think.
Yeah, because it was more expensive.
But the dude who's gonna do Crazy Rich Asians is gonna do that.
It's gonna kill.
I think
I
it's a
can't
guy
know.
who's
It's gonna be all right. I don't think it's gonna kill.
I think we're excited for it.
Yeah, exactly.
I think the press run should be running through us. We should
Let's
get
say
the actors
I would like to see the Scorsese version of the Jolo story, like
It's gonna be like
the
Great
Wolf of
Gatsby.
Wall
Who's
Street.
that? Robert De Niro play
Jolo.
Lopez. She's playing cricket.
He's gonna play Yellowface.
Yellow face.
Crazy. Yeah, I actually wouldn't mind if De Niro played
Jolo?
Asian.
Jolo.
If he just played Asian, I wouldn't mind. They're gonna make an American version of now that we're speaking about Asian cinema.
Don't tell me Parasite.
Yeah, they're
Of
gonna
course.
make one.
Really?
Because
Yo, Koreans are undefeated this
did
week.
you see no one wants to read subtitles?
Yeah, I don't
saw
know
that.
why. I grew up reading subtitles.
Honestly,
Like,
it helps,
since I
it
can
helps
fucking
me
remember.
pay attention more when I read
Yeah,
subtitles.
me
So
too.
I
It
like
makes
that.
the movie a
You
lot
probably
clearer.
don't like subtitles.
I have to be in a moment. I have to be in a mood to watch a movie with subtitles. I can't just I'm gonna sit
You're
down and watch
definitely
it.
not watching Narcos. For sure.
No,
That's
I don't mind it, but like I
Spanish.
said, I just gotta feel it. I can't just be out of nowhere. Okay, I'm gonna sit down and watch this movie with subtitles.
I'm talking about Asians.
Ah man,
Hold on.
I feel like reading today. I'm gonna.
It's like
watch
they
Parasite.
don't do dubs no more, like dubbing movies.
Nah, that's
Like the
weird.
Kung
That's
Fu
worse,
movies?
though.
Like the Kung Fu movies.
And they should have like for every race, they should have like a.
They did that with
for the blacks. They should have a black person dubbing a movie. They should have the Puerto
Eddie
Rican
Murphy
dubbing.
is dubbing the movies nuts.
They did that with El Chapo. Did
Yeah.
they dub it?
Yeah, they dubbed it.
I wasn't mad at that.
Imagine like have Dave Chappelle dub Parasite.
Yo, by the way, you guys hung out with Andrew Yang. Talking about Asians.
Oh yeah.
Oh yeah.
How was that? By the way, most monumental moment for a Korean over
Yo,
here.
shout out to Sam. Shout out to Tita Kara. They hooked it up so that I could go see my man Andrew Yang.
Yeah, Crooked invited me and took me in and exposed
Took
me to
me
some.
in.
Exposed me to some.
Was
new
he the only
things.
brother there, D?
I was probably one of three,
Yeah.
and one of them,
Yeah.
one of the three was working there.
Go to Cricket's IG. He has a video of Darren holding up an Andrew Yang poster, which is the funniest shit.
The
in
funny
world.
shit is that he doesn't even know. You didn't really know Andrew Yang's policies,
I didn't know anything.
but as soon as we walked in and there was like free T-shirts and free buttons and shit, Darren was just
I was
like
too, yeah.
he was grabbing it. He's like, let me get the size small. Let me get a large.
Oh, yeah, I took everything.
I think my mom will wear this. Let me get
He's
like
like, yo, where
size
the,
medium.
where the tote bags at? He was asking for the tote
I
bags.
got a hat. I got my math hat.
He had a
man.
poster for that. I said, why do you have a poster for?
I'm gonna get it framed.
Nah, he ain't gonna wear that shit.
Yo, I saw he came out to a song, Return of the Mac.
Oh yeah.
Yeah.
That was a great coming out song.
He came out to It was honestly, man. When we were waiting outside for a little bit, it was a little weird. Like the crowd was weird.
Mm-hmm.
It's very
But I don't know if that's Vegas, but I think that's honestly.
I think it's Vegas, man.
I think it's any fucking like any campaign run. You're gonna have a little like some of the fanatics there.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like
Like
the
there
true
was
the hard die ones, yeah. That hard one.
There was a dude there that had a cutout of him, like a cartoon cutout that he actually made.
Yeah.
And it was attached to this like walker thing, right? And it had a camera attached to it, and he was taking it around the crowd, like filming.
That's crazy.
I don't
Yeah.
even know if I'm explaining it right.
I
But
mean,
it was some
dude, there was
crazy
a
shit.
fucking guy dressed as a robot, the Yang robot. It's a little scary because, like, you see, like, when you think of fanatics, I usually think of like fanatics for like Trump
Yeah.
or like when what's his name, McCain was running.
Oh yeah.
Those
yeah.
like those like kind of ignorant fanatics that were saying like Obama was a Muslim or like all this weird shit.
Yeah.
And you always think that, but then when you see the fanatics on the other side, you kind of like,
yeah.
and I feel like there's these fanatics that are growing with Bernie,
Yeah.
Yeah.
with the Bernie
Yeah.
bros, right?
The Bernie Bros.
Yeah, like so it's like a weird fanatics where they're like, I don't know, it's a little scary because it's just so black and white. It's not like gray,
There's no
Yeah.
gray
Yeah.
area.
and politics is kind of gray. Like it's all about compromise. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
I know. Did you see Trump is in town today?
Yeah.
I didn't realize that.
So
It's like,
when we saw Andrew Yang, that like a day or two before we saw him, because it was supposedly a campaign run in Vegas.
yeah, exactly.
Yeah, he actually he ran out the race.
Mm-hmm.
But it was obvious that the Democrats told him to get out. They were kind of like, look, if you run out the race, like if you just stopped, your campaign right now, we're gonna probably, if we win and you support us, you support the Democrats, we'll probably give you a position in the administration if we win.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
But then there was talks of him maybe becoming.
Vice President.
Oh no! There was talks of him trying to run for mayor or governor of New York.
Oh, shit.
Because he's trying to push, and D, you were there when he was explaining it. He's trying to push that universal, the UBI, right?
Yeah.
The universal
What's that?
basic income, I think.
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Which is where everybody gets $1,000 a month from the government. If you're a U.S. citizen, you get $1,000 a month.
Yeah.
That's insane.
The reason why he's implementing this is that in the future, basically, artificial intelligence and robots are going to take over everything.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
So there's not going to be no jobs for anybody.
He was pretty much saying that a manual laborer is going to become obsolete,
Yep.
Damn.
and that artificial intelligence, like Crooked said, is going to be the wave. So it's like we have the money, we have the funding to actually provide Americans with $1,000 a month. And I was like, that's pretty genius.
That's never going to happen, man.
And it's basically going to be I think it's going to happen because all of these companies are going to make so much money off of no labor and just robots.
But you feel like they're going to pay every American $1,000?
They have to because the government's going to be getting all of this tax money from these large corporations,
Mm-hmm.
and all of this money and these corporations aren't going to be spending any money on labor. Do you understand?
So it's gonna be like a
So they don't
tax.
have the money.
So all their labor expenses are going to have to get accommodated somehow to back to the people.
Yeah.
And that's going to probably be in tax payments.
Yeah.
And those tax payments have to go out to people. So you got to understand that $1,000 is going to help motherfuckers like earn a living.
Yeah.
But I don't know like what
Yeah.
the fuck's. I mean, I hear about all this crazy shit of like TikTok, like kids on TikTok making like I don't know, motherfuckers quitting their jobs because of TikTok.
They're dropping out of school in high school
Really?
too,
Yeah.
just to do TikTok.
The TikTok?
Yeah, because
Yeah.
they're getting like millions of followers,
Wow.
and then all of a sudden they can start a YouTube page, and then they can make like maybe $5 to $10 grand a month, right?
Yeah,
That's insane.
just off of advertisements and shit like that,
Yeah.
and deals like that.
But that's kind of like where everyone's gonna go, where everyone's just gonna be like really desperate,
Social
making
media.
money off of social media and YouTube entertainment.
yeah.
I mean, that's probably gonna be one of the ways.
Me and
but
you
not
were having a
really.
conversation with a lady that came in from California,
Yeah.
and we were talking about the top, I think, occupations in the U.S. that kids want to be,
Yeah.
and the top one was a YouTuber, right? Or the top three.
So like the top number
I
one
read that somewhere.
occupation for Americans and Canadians was YouTube.
Oh, Cricket said that. Yeah.
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 and it was, and then she said the number one occupation in China for kids is astronaut.
Which is really crazy.
Dude, I grew up when you wanted to be an astronaut, a firefighter.
Right.
All this shit. Now you want to be a YouTuber. That's fucking insane.
I mean, is that bad or good?
It's
I don't
kind
know.
of.
I don't think it's bad. I don't think it's bad. It's just like,
I think it's a sign of the time.
Exactly.
I think it's the sign of the generation. What they see is successful.
But there's no. I don't know. Before you wanted like to kind of change things and help shit, a YouTuber can't really do that. But maybe,
I mean, that's like saying like way back in the days, like saying like in the 70s, when they asked kids what they want to be when they grow up, it was like, oh, it's baseball, basketball, football player. Then going into the 80s, 90s, you ask the kids what they want to do. They want to become a rapper.
Mm-hmm.
So it's kind of like the
It's
same
just
thing.
evolution.
Exactly, yeah.
that shit is just nuts to me. That's
I just think they need to push education,
Yeah.
Absolutely, yeah.
but you know, it is what it is. But yeah, I mean, what do you call it? Trump's in town.
Mhm.
Yeah.
But
He's
Trump's
hanging
only in
Yeah.
town. Trump's only in town right now because the Democrats had a debate here.
on Wednesday.
Yeah.
So I feel
Mhm.
like he's strategically here to like create presence.
Yeah, just
But
to kind of win them over.
People was like waiting in line last night to
To
see
see
him
Trump?
today. Yeah, man.
It was at the convention where we went to the sneaker shit. I forgot.
Oh yeah, the convention center right there.
Yeah, that shit was
Las
pretty-
Vegas
Yeah,
Convention
man.
Center.
People was like camping out. That's,
Yeah, people were camping out, red hats is everywhere. And then I saw somewhere that somebody glued "Make America Great Again" hats on pigeons, like on real life pigeons, and so
That's normal.
so it's pretty nuts, man.
The Democratic debates were this week.
Mhm.
Yeah, and
Yeah.
You guys
Bloomberg got his ass kicked.
Yeah.
Did you guys see this?
to slaughter. Ass kick is like you
Holy
be nice.
shit. But yo, I got to give it to Bloomberg because with Trump being in town, that dude has been spending millions of dollars on LED billboards saying like with anti-Trump ads.
Really?
Because Trump's in town,
Yeah.
you're seeing all of these billboards for anti-Trump.
I think one of the bigger LED.
Fucking genius. Like that's the only thing. Like he needs to hop out of the fucking race right now.
Yeah,
And what he needs to do is continue to be pumping his millions and billions of dollars into anti-Trump shit.
yeah, and join somebody from the race.
Because he got slammed for all those his sexist his
Yeah.
what do you call it? His allegations for sexism. Like it was
Yeah.
like 20 plus women on like with signing NDAs and shit.
Yeah, it's
Oh,
just
Elizabeth Warren just fucking bashed his face. Yo.
eat her his ass.
She was I thought she was like, I didn't know she had it in her.
She just came out of nowhere too with
She
that.
came out of nowhere.
Nobody was expecting that
Out
shit.
of nowhere, RKO his ass, bro.
If I was him, I wouldn't even know what to say. I would have looked at her like, bitch.
I would have
He
walked.
didn't know what to say.
He was like dead in his tracks. Like he was like a deer in headlights. He was just like,
That was crazy.
yeah, she went in, bro. She was not holding back. She's like, do or die.
That should have turned me on.
Ooh, those glasses and that shortcut.
I would have let Warren.
Damn, Warren.
Warren could have gotten it last night. I
Should have invited her. We were out that day.
let her sit on my face, be like, yo, you earned it, man.
You earned it. Come here.
I went to
Have a seat.
I went over to the fashion show mall. I think what's today, Friday. I went over there maybe
Ride the
Wednesday.
face. Huh?
And the Trump hotel, the security over there was thick. And I was like,
Hey.
what is? Yeah, I was
Wait,
like, what is going on?
I'm assuming she's a girl.
No. It was just because of Trump.
Oh,
being
you
there.
mean
Yeah.
thick as in like
heavy?
A lot of
heavy?
people.
Okay, cool. I was,
Oh,
yeah, I was like,
they had like they had the big old like the jail.
Yeah,
The
Cricket's face is nuts.
Let's talk about it.
Yeah,
I don't know what you were talking about.
yeah. So I'm assuming she's a girl.
I just didn't like the way you said thick like that.
thick. It just hit the back of the
Security was
microphone.
thick.
So far, man. Pause.
Chill.
Jesus.
Had some good ones.
Hey. Oh my
Yo,
god.
Bloomberg took over that big ass jumbotron over Planet Hollywood, and he's been displaying all his anti-Trumps there. He put the last one he put up before we started recording. He said, "Trump cheats while he plays golf." So he's really just going.
I mean, he should just do that. I mean, I've been seeing those Bloomberg ads everywhere. I love it. I think it's dope. It just needs to keep doing that because Vegas is a swing state, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Are you? Is everyone? I actually did something pretty out of character
What'd you do?
recently. I went to get a Nevada state ID
Word.
so I could vote.
Oh, that's
So,
good.
And
Well, you've been living in Vegas for like fucking
I know.
15 years. It's about time.
Damn time you came around to it.
This is how much. This is how much I didn't want to be a part of
So
Nevada.
have you not voted up until?
I've never voted in my life.
No?
Never.
Oh my god.
Damn,
shit.
You missed some good ones.
Because we was in New York, like there was no reason to vote.
New York had
Really?
it locked
Yeah,
down.
there was a reason to vote.
Nah, not really.
Democrats.
It's not a
banned that
swing
shit.
state. It's always
Oh.
going to be Democrat.
Yeah.
You know what
Just
I'm
like
saying?
California, bro.
Yeah.
That shit's always gonna be Democrat.
And then I wanted to vote with Obama,
Mm-hmm.
but then I was like, hey, he gonna win. So I was like,
he was like, "Y'all got it." That second one was it started off rough.
even still, see,
You know what?
I have
It's
this
so
thing,
funny.
man.
But
Yeah.
the first time I voted was for David Dinkins.
Wait, what's
And the only
that?
reason I voted for him because he was like the black
Because he was a brother man.
brother man
Yeah,
running
yeah.
for mayor of New York.
Right.
Oh, okay. This is in New York. Okay.
Wasn't he kind of like the worst mayor though?
It wasn't his fault. It was no. It was the mayor. The mayor. No, the,
Nah.
No. Check out the mayor before him. Ed Koch had fucked up the city.
Yeah.
And then like after Koch got in office, Bloomberg got
I know.
not Bloomberg. David Dinkins got in. So he had to he had to fix everything that.
He was cleaning up his mess.
Exactly, yeah. That's why it was like, and by the time he fixed everything, then they voted in Giuliani.
Yeah.
And Giuliani didn't have to do shit. Shit was done already.
Wow.
Giuliani was
And he kind of fucked up New York.
yeah, because of the mob shit. Yeah,
Yeah,
let's not talk
he
about
cleaned
that.
it up, but
People would say he cleaned up New York.
exactly. I'm about to
But
say
it was
that,
already
yeah.
in process.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But I know he did some fucked up shit to New York too. But I'm not sure. Like people say like he ruined, like it used to be like more mom and pops, and it started becoming more a corporate,
Exactly.
more franchise
Yeah.
businesses taking over.
Mm-hmm.
And honestly, what he did to 42nd Street, everyone duplicated almost all over the country, right?
What did he do for 42nd?
He basically took all corporate. 42nd used to be. I mean, you know better than me.
42nd and what?
Times Square.
Okay, Times Square.
Around that whole area, it used to be like kind of seedy.
So like
Like a lot
Hollywood.
of porn movie, X-rated movie theaters.
Oh shit!
Prostitutes used to walk up and down.
gangs. There was
Pimps.
gangs, pimps, drugs, dealers.
Yeah, man.
Like
It was
if you walked in Times Square and 42nd Street in the 80s, early 90s,
but it started to get cleaned up in the early 90s.
Yeah,
but in the 80s, it was
80s
definitely.
you would have gotten robbed. You wouldn't gotten
Really?
fucked up.
Well,
yeah.
it
In
depends.
Times
I
Square,
used to hang out there with my friends and shit.
Yeah, but
We used
you
go
needed
the
to be with a
arcade.
crew, man.
Oh, definitely, yeah.
you were like 10 motherfuckers. So this is on Times Square. People were getting robbed and shit like
Yeah,
that. Wow,
it
that's
was-
crazy.
Yeah, man.
I
You
couldn't
had to
imagine
roll
that.
deep. I remember when we would go to Times Square, we'd like roll deep.
Like
Yeah.
20 deep.
Like 12 deep. Like you roll deep. Like you went to the arcade.
Yeah.
I would never go to arcade. I would get fucked up in the arcade.
By
I
yourself.
would get robbed in the arcade.
Damn.
Like arcades aren't like arcades now, right? Arcades back then was scary.
It was like seedy. Yeah, especially in that
yeah,
area.
there was an
You'd
arcade
be like
that
playing a video game, some like 4 motherfuckers surround you, like, yeah,
Like in
give me your
Juice?
fucking quarters.
Yeah,
Like,
yeah,
yo,
yeah,
what the
yeah.
fuck?
You
There was
have-
one like that on Vermont and Santa Monica where I lived. and
You
that
would
shit
have
was
like drug
scary.
dealers come up to you like, yo, you want to buy a bag? Or,
Yeah.
Like no,
I remember I was playing a
You
video
had
game.
prostitutes coming around
Yo,
like,
I'm-
yo, hey, what's up, daddy?
Yo,
I
leave me
remember I was-
alone.
I was playing a video game once, and I was like playing, and this dude was like, "Yeah, I got it. And he pushed me, and he just started playing. I was like, and then his boy, I was mad young though. I was like 10 or some shit. And then like 2 of his boys were behind me. They're like, "Give me your quarters." I was like, "I ain't got no quarters." They like started patting my shit, and it started jiggling, and I ran out, yo.
That's crazy. Yo, you lost the
Yeah,
game.
you should never go there by yourself.
Yeah.
Back in the days,
You're
man.
killing
That
him.
was-
I used to
man.
like want to go, and I would check to see if it was safe. So I would like look into it. I would like
Yeah.
looked in the arcade, like, damn, I want to go in, and I'd see like these motherfuckers in there, like kind of looking at me, like, oh yeah, he's about to come in.
Oh, yeah.
And I'd be like, nah, I ain't gonna go into that shit.
You were like, no, they're wearing black Air Forces. I'm not doing that.
That's crazy because I
doing
can't
that
picture that in
But
2020.
that used to be the shit though.
No,
man.
because
It's so-
arcades now are like so fucking fun. I actually hate all these kids that they're enjoying themselves, like
But so-
fucking Busters and Douglas. What is it?
Busted
What's
and, yeah,
Dave and Buster.
Dave and
Buster.
Busters.
Busted.
Buster Douglases?
the fighter.
The
That's
fighter.
a boxer.
Buster Douglas. Busters and Douglases.
Buster Douglas.
That's like
He said Buster and Douglas.
that's like Coming to America. Like, what's that?
McDowell's.
The McDowell's. Yo,
McDonald's.
Buster Douglas should have had an arcade called Busters and Douglas.
That's the name of the episode.
I would have been there.
Buster
All
and
the
Douglas.
video games would have been broken and shit. No, there would have been
Out
no
of
Mike
order.
Tyson punch out at all.
Nah, not at
Yo,
all.
Mike Tyson picture was the shit.
That was the shit. Anyway, yeah, Busters and
Dave and Buster.
Dave and Busters.
Dave and Busters.
Buster and Douglas. Yo,
I don't
that's
know
your
why
new
Busters,
friend.
Busters and Douglas sounds way.
Yo, you sounded mad confident on that.
yeah,
one.
Busters and Douglas.
Yo, what they have now? Busters and Douglas.
I'm gonna tell my kids we're gonna go to Busters and Douglas this weekend. What?
You're like dad tripping.
I know. Speaking of sports, like my segue.
Oh,
Hey, since we're talking about athletes,
we're talking about the Iron Mike Tyson.
how was the All-Star weekend?
Oh man, it was a lot. But
I
I
caught
think
some of it. I ain't see.
people
the whole
are
thing.
saying it was probably the best one in the last like 10 years.
Really?
10, 15 years.
It was really good.
I didn't hear anything about
Bro,
it.
I tell you this much: my mom never watched the All-Star game. Like she watches the regular basketball games, but she was glued to the TV for this one.
Yeah.
Because
was
of
it-
Kobe?
No, because of the game.
Yeah.
Like,
So Chris Paul is the president of the Players Association. So
Why is he the president?
They appoint veterans.
He's like part of my
French.
Part of my French.
Uh-huh.
But he's like Khalid thick, right? Chris Paul?
Kinda.
He's a little bottom
Kinda.
thick, right?
Like he's not muscular. He just got like that loose muscle.
But he got
kinda.
like them big hips.
Yeah. He got
he got
he got the high ass.
He got the high ass. Like hold my drink.
Right. And when he wears skinny jeans, just
He
look
like-
a little crazy.
If Khalid like worked out,
he was
Chris
Chris Paul.
Paul.
Chris Paul.
Chris
Yeah,
Paul.
about the same height.
yeah, because Chris
6'2".
Paul, every time I see him, he looks like a
running
football
back?
player.
Like a running back.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But then he plays basketball.
Yeah.
But he doesn't look like a tall motherfucker.
He's not. He's probably like 6'1", 6'2".
Yeah, he's a smart.
He's a
5'11",
wide dude.
6'.
But anyway, so
Pause.
he's the president of the Players Association.
But no one likes him, right?
He's hard to get along with.
Yeah.
Because he's been in a few good teams and he still hasn't won.
His leadership
anything.
style is very like he's like in your face. Like he's not like a lead by example. He tells you, and I think a lot of players, especially grown men, don't like that shit.
Yeah.
So,
Especially motherfuckers that are taller than
yeah.
you.
But there's a semi-pro league in the summer that is on TV on ESPN, and they have this format where instead of quarters, they do the first to a certain.
That's on the Ice Cube league, right?
Yeah, they have a certain.
The big
you have to
three?
hit a certain
Oh.
point number.
Mm-hmm.
I know it's you got the big three, but it's a different one. I can't think of the name
okay.
off the top
It's
of my
not the
head.
Drew League, right?
Nah. So instead of like it being 4 15-minute quarters or 12-minute quarters, it's be like the first person to get to 150. So
Okay.
then the NBA adopted it, so it was the first team to get to 157 points
Is that what they did with All Star?
for the first time.
This
and
year.
Chris Paul brought it to the table to the commissioner to do it. So he's like, let's try this out and see how it
And
works.
the reason why they do that is because it forces everyone to try to score more.
to play hard.
Yeah, because you
Because
get
that
the
was
best
the-
athletes, and then before it was like a showing off type of thing, and that's why people didn't really tune in. But this time around, it was really good.
Yeah, I was like bugging out when I first started watching the game. I started watching the second quarter, and it went back to 0.
Yeah.
And I was like, "What the fuck is going on? Why did they? Do,
It's like a
why they
pickup
doing
game.
that?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like
it's
after every quarter, they go back to 0, and then add the points up.
They
That's
add
good.
the
The
points
fourth
up
quarter.
after the three quarters.
After
In
three
the fourth
quarters, yeah.
quarter, it's whoever gets to 157 points first, and that's the winner.
That's
Dude,
dope.
Yeah.
That shit took forever.
And they had people glued to the TV because
Yeah.
they started playing really hard to get.
Yeah,
and
yeah.
on top of that, the winner donates $500,000 to their charity.
Nice.
So it was like if you get the win, you get the charity money, to your charity.
So who's killing it?
Kawhi Leonard, Kawhi Leonard won the MVP.
And they changed the name of the MVP award from the All-Star MVP award to the All-Star Kobe Bryant MVP award.
Yeah,
So they kind of honor him through that.
Oh wow.
that
And
was dope.
Kawhi Leonard was known to be one of the players that actually, on off season, he would fly to LA and train with Kobe Bryant for a couple weeks.
So
a
he's
lot
the
of-
first to win that award.
Yeah,
Yeah.
so a lot of his game, if anybody, I'm sure anybody that listens, watches basketball, a lot of his game kind of foreshadows Kobe Bryant's style of basketball
okay.
as well. Yeah.
So is this award gonna be named after him from now on, or
yes.
is it just for?
No, it's official from now moving forward. It's the
okay.
Kobe Bryant
That's
MVP
dope.
award.
That's a great honor.
And then, so there was 2 teams, and they kind of drafted their own teams: Team LeBron and Team Giannis. I can't say his last name.
Antetokounmpo.
Yeah,
What?
yeah. His last name
Where's
is
he from?
Greece. So they call him the Greek Freak instead of that last name that I can't pronounce.
Yeah.
Anyway, so one team was
Americans are so fucking ignorant, yo.
I can't say that word.
Instead of learning the
Yeah,
last
man.
name, we gotta make shit up.
the Greek freak.
Like Mayor Pete. No
Is
one
that the name? The Greek freak?
They call him
Yeah.
the Greek Freak. But I
Fucking
again.
crazy shit.
Anyway, so the team.
Yo, Americans are so fucking ignorant.
I
yo.
can't even. I can
Yo,
barely speak
we're
English.
not gonna read subtitles. All right, we're gonna have to make an American version of this. Who the fuck's gonna get cast for Parasite? Fucking
and then
Cedric the Entertainer.
with Mike Epps. Yo,
I don't want to see this shit.
the
yo.
Honeymooners too.
They better do it so wrong. Like I'd rather see it totally wrong. Like I'd rather have it turn into like a real
Like a
like a
comedy?
straight up like a Friday
Like a
comedy.
scary movie?
Yeah, like
Like
yo,
so,
dude, like,
with the
yo,
Wayne brothers?
Yeah,
Lil Duval.
yo, let Keenan Wayne's like fucking Keenan Ivory Wayne should direct that shit. Like if you're gonna make it American, really make it like American, like just straight up
Like
ignorant ass American.
Put the Popeyes.
Yeah. Just use the same house if anything like this.
the same structure.
Just change the whole shit. Yeah.
So anyway, Team LeBron was honoring Kobe Bryant's daughter, Gianna Bryant. So they were her number 2. So everybody in that team were number 2, and then Team Gianni's they wore team number 24 to honor Kobe Bryant. So every player was wearing either 24 on one side and 2 on the other side.
yeah.
So they went all out with the tributes for Kobe.
Yeah.
All right, man, that's dope. And they had a Dr. Dre beat and shit. How
Yeah.
was that?
Honestly, it wasn't.
Did Eminem rap on it?
No,
No, it was just the music in the background of the clip.
Yeah, but it was mostly like the highlights, and you hear
Yeah.
like the crowd cheering. And towards the end, there's a part where he does the boom boom clap on the table, and then it kind of goes into the video. But it wasn't not like game changer and shit like that.
Yeah.
Yeah,
sounded like
anybody
a-
could have done that.
I'm picturing. Remember that Dr. Dre song, "Been There, Done That"?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Remember when it went to the opera sequence
At the end.
Mhm.
Yeah.
At the end?
Yeah.
and then the beat started hitting? You're like, oh shit! This is a Dr. Dre shit. I was
love
kind of
that.
imagining something like that.
Nah, it wasn't like
Okay,
that.
No, it wasn't as beautiful as that. but yeah.
Yeah, it wasn't. Like
that shit was nasty though.
It was.
It was, yeah.
I thought it was gonna be like really, like very, just like very classical,
Yeah.
and then all of a sudden like the Dre hits like boom, boom. Like,
It was definitely dope, but it sounded like a Dre beat.
Damn.
It wasn't nothing like crazy.
It wasn't crazy like that.
What did Dwayne Wade get? He got like honored for some shit.
Well, he's from Chicago originally, right, Darren?
Yeah, he grew up in Chicago.
Yeah.
He was just being honored,
Yeah.
I guess, because he retired last year as well.
Yeah.
Or I'm sorry, not as well, but he retired last year, so he was.
I didn't know he retired.
Yeah, he retired with 2 championships, right?
Three.
He seems
3
young.
championships.
He's 30. He's
like 41, right?
No, he's
No.
36 or 37.
Yeah, he's a young
Yeah.
dude.
Yeah.
Wait,
Yeah.
what's the oldest you can like? What's the standard for motherfuckers?
I mean,
to
Vince
retire?
Carter's damn nearly 60.
He's
and
42. But I think a lot of players start telling
Why are you
off-
saying Vince Carter's 60 when he's 42?
Because he's played in the 90s and the 2000s and now in the 2010s.
He's the first player to ever play in 4 decades.
Yeah.
See, I didn't know Vince Carter was still playing.
Vince
Yeah.
Carter's still dunking out there with no ring, which I'm pretty upset about.
So he must walk fucked up. No.
No, he's still dunking.
He's still doing his
Wow.
thing. He's still actually playing at a high level, which is crazy.
Yeah.
Ah.
Him.
But not-
I think LeBron's going to kind of push that boundary even more.
Yeah.
Gabrielle Union probably made Dwayne retire early, right?
I mean, he played 16 years.
Yeah, he plays.
That's
But then
long.
he played
That's-
college as well.
Yeah, that's a long time.
He played
Is
at.
it?
Hell yeah. In the NBA,
That's like 20 years.
pretty much.
4 years in college.
Yeah.
No, I think he
did
played.
Did they stretch him out to 5 years in college? Was it is it 3, 4?
He did 3 years in college.
He did
16
3.
in NBA. So
19.
19
Yeah.
plus the high school years. So I mean,
Yeah, that's a long time.
It's a long time.
And I think he has like a bunch of other interests. Like now he's a TV analyst.
yeah.
Okay.
Him and Gabrielle Union have a show that they do like
Yeah,
refurbishing
she made him
homes
quit.
and
She's
all
like,
that
let's
stuff.
do the
Yeah.
show. Let's
Yeah.
do the show, Dwayne.
Concentrate on this show.
You know
played enough
what I was
basketball.
surprised though? I was surprised that
Don't you want me to make a living, Dwayne?
Bring it on. It's only making so much money on the reruns.
Common was pretty much like the face or like the voice of the city.
Yeah.
I was real surprised that Kanye didn't do anything.
And he was sitting front row.
Yeah, we don't want him to speak.
I mean, but
You want Kanye to host that shit?
He's from Chicago.
but Kanye was
I
repping.
am the
But you saw
NBA.
Kanye was giving out free sneakers
Yeah.
in the streets
he-
of Chicago.
Yo, he had those fucking those
the
Bat-
What are them
those-
cars? What
Those
are them-
Batman cars
Yeah,
running
man.
around the city just
And
giving out free
just,
shoes.
you know, he just came out with a Yeezy basketball shoe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So a couple of the players were wearing them in the game.
I'm not mad at that.
Yeah.
Those look alright.
They
Yeah,
didn't look
those
bad.
kind of look
Yeah.
dope.
Those look really dope,
Yeah.
actually.
And I don't like Yeezys like that, but those are pretty.
Yo, he kills it.
That's
on
like
the
good
social
marketing
media.
though, man. Just giving out sneakers.
Yeah, on those fucking trucks.
It's like I would have,
Yeah, man.
I would have liked to see him perform Homecoming or something. You know what I mean?
Another cameo from Quavo and the Migos that I didn't need. It's like they're the kings of like cameos I don't need.
I mean, they were all
They were
in
in fucking Narcos Mexico for no reason.
Yeah, they should not have been there. I was kind of like, oh my god, come on. Thankfully,
Why
it turned
were they in
around rather
Narcos,
quickly.
Huh?
Why was he in Narcos?
I don't know, man.
Mexico.
he created the crack.
Yeah, he was showing them about crack, and he was like, "You got to stir it up like stir fry. You got to cook it up like stir fry."
He didn't say that.
Yeah, he
said
did.
that. Yeah, I didn't need that, guys.
And then my first thought was this: you could tell me if I'm wrong if I sound racist. I'm like, Black people didn't know about stir fry in the 80s.
Nah, they did.
They didn't know about stir fry.
We know about stir fry.
Come
man.
on, man.
We had the Chinese restaurants in the neighborhood,
But
man.
they didn't say stir fry. Stir
We
fry
knew-
was like a
We
white.
knew stir fry because you have.
No.
Mom's bought the pan.
No.
Or the
You know,
wok.
I've
The stir
never-
fry, the wok.
I've never in my life. I've never heard a black person
No,
say, "I'm gonna go grab some stir fry. You want some? Hey, what are you having for lunch? I'm having some stir fry." I've never heard a black person say that. I know that they eat stir fry.
Yeah.
But they don't. They wasn't saying stir fry. Stir fry was like
Probably
in the
not.
90s.
No, the 80s.
I don't know, man.
No.
On the West
Yeah,
Coast,
the 80s. man.
Really?
Yeah.
on the West Coast, I didn't know nobody that was doing stir fry in the crib.
I was like, no.
Because like D said, people in the neighborhood was buying the woks.
No, they wasn't.
They were, man.
They was. You was buying walks in
My
the
family
80s?
had woks. Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay, maybe I'm
Yo,
wrong.
when he said that shit, I was just like, God damn it, come on.
It's like black people didn't say stir fry.
Yeah,
in
he
the
said
80s.
you gotta stir
Never
it up.
heard that shit.
You gotta, he said no. He said you gotta whip it up like some stir fry, and I was
Yeah.
like, "Come on, Quavo."
Oh my God.
And I thought I was cool with that scene, correct? That first scene where he stirred the stir fry. I was like,
Nah,
I'm
man.
cool with
Did
that.
they-
But then he was at the club, fucking spraying the champagne bottles. I was like, come on, in Tijuana. I was like, you're not doing with the Ace of Spades. I was like, come on, guys. We
Wasn't
pushing-
Ace of Spades, was
It
it?
was a gold bottle.
Ace of Spades
champagne,
wasn't even popping in.
but it looked like a fucking Ace of
I
I
Spades.
just hate that
knockoff.
shit, man. They had like a DJ booth with 3 turntables and no mixer. I don't know, man. Like
It was
I just hate
Tijuana,
these little
bro.
things. Like that didn't bother me as much, but the Quavo shit with the face tattoo.
Wasn't Quavo rocking like Union Air Jordans?
One of the guys on the crew was wearing a Union 1 Jordan 1 that came out in 2018.
Oh my God.
And I was
Stupid.
like, I was just like, okay, that's okay.
Why
And it's-
even have him in there, man?
yeah, I was.
But
Just
he
like,
was all over the All-Star weekend. He was playing in the celebrity game. He was sitting front court
for the
with us
dunk
with
contest.
Sweetie.
Yeah,
Yeah, they just and then obviously what's his name was with Cardi B.
What happened to rappers just like going into seclusion? Like,
yeah. Who?
Like,
why do they have to be everywhere, yo?
Because rappers want to be.
I mean,
athletes.
rappers gonna be with All Star Weekend. They're gonna be there, man. They're gonna be
Was
there
Ja-
for the
what-
fucking Super
you guys,
Bowl.
You guys
weekend.
can tell me, Jay-Z was like that when the Rockefeller era were they all at the All Star games?
Man,
I remember when motherfuckers used to. There's just too much to do right now, man. There's too much to do. Like motherfuckers used to be in seclusion. Remember, like you just never saw them, yo.
But a
Andre
big weekend like that,
3000.
I'm
I see
not
the
surprised.
same motherfuckers at all these shits. Every event you see a Quavo and a Sweetie. Everywhere you go,
and
you
a
see
Cardi B,
Offset and Cardi
Offset.
B. Like
Yo,
fucking
Offset-
see-
Hart.
Like y'all
Offset
got
hit the
kids. Stay home.
jackpot with Cardi B, man.
Yeah, he hit the jackpot.
I think she hit the jackpot with him.
No,
Nah.
he hit the jackpot
No,
with her.
pause real quick. I think she hit the jackpot with him because she only really had one hit, and they, Migos is kind of like they're an ongoing thing. So I don't know.
Dude, you're gonna lose this argument if you're gonna say that Offset.
Yeah, man. You
makes
way
more
more.
money than Cardi B.
No, I'm saying Sweetie. Sorry.
No, I'm just saying Offset and Cardi B. That's what I'm talking about.
I'm saying Sweetie. I'm
No,
sorry.
you said Cardi B though.
Oh, I said Cardi B. I'm sorry. I meant to say Sweetie. I didn't. Yeah, I would lose a Cardi B one fast. Sweetie.
No. Migos makes way more money than Sweetie.
Yeah, that's
Yeah,
what I'm
for
saying.
sure.
She hit the jackpot with him.
Oh, of course, yeah.
That's why I said pause.
But everyone says that she doesn't really like him. It doesn't look like she likes that motherfucker.
I mean, he was putting the. Did you guys see that broom epidemic that happened last week?
Yeah.
Where everyone standing the broom.
Yeah.
So he was standing the broom and like being a clown around it, and she goes, "Bruh, can you take this broom?"
yeah,
out of
she
my
had the worst attitude, man.
Bro, I'm done with you, bruh. And then he was just like,
Yeah, she had the worst attitude.
He grabbed the broom and walked out.
Yo, she does not look like a cool ass person. I know we're judging her right now. She's probably mad cool. Actually, we have seen her. She is
I'm
mad cool.
DJ, yeah.
She's mad cool.
She's super sweet, but maybe in a relationship, she's a different person.
She doesn't seem like she likes that motherfucker at all.
Poor Quavo.
She's dating him just for clout.
Yeah, for the narcos.
Nah, I don't think so. I just think like every time the camera catches them, like there's some type of attitude going on.
Yeah.
It happens a lot.
She was mad at that broom. For
She don't really
sure.
smile too much, huh?
Yeah, she
She
does.
smiles a lot, just not around him.
Yeah. Shouts to
You know what it
Sweetie.
might be? It might be that
Maybe that's not her type.
no, maybe every
Stupid
Oh my
joke.
God.
That was a stupid joke.
I think it might be sometimes maybe when he's in a room he sucks up some of the attention
Yeah.
I mean, he's
and then like and then sometimes she's off to the side a little bit.
He's only wearing
You know what I'm
30,000 chains.
I mean, that
That is-
seems like what it kind of is, though. Because even if you see him on the sideline, you see a picture of him, and then it's like her kind of like faded
In
to
the
the back
back.
a little bit.
Yeah.
During the dunk contest.
But I mean, she's blown up. She was just featured in Vogue and
Oh,
I
really?
don't know, man. She's
in like a Vogue.
I'm
feature.
still waiting
like
for.
that, not the magazine, but like she
In the
did
feature.
like a video.
I'm still
for
waiting
that
for a
blog.
follow up to my type.
I mean, we said the same thing with Cardi B after.
I expect
Bodak Yellow.
I expect a hit from Saweetie before I expect a hit from Meg Thee Stallion.
Yeah,
That's a good. I mean,
Even though I think Meg Thee
But-
Stallion can rap better than Saweetie,
but
I
Megan's
think she-
putting shit out though.
but it's not hitting.
It's
She's
not
not
hitting though.
hitting.
No.
my type.
I
hit,
told
bro.
you guys this with Meg Thee Stallion's rap style. I don't think she's gonna be able to manufacture a hit.
You know what? A lot of people also saying that since she moved to LA and she left Houston, she kind of lost her.
Yeah,
her
Lost her
style a
swag.
bit,
Yeah,
her
yeah.
swag a bit. Yeah.
yeah.
And I think she just lost her mom in the last year and a half or two.
Oh,
So that might affect her a little bit. I don't know.
Well,
I'm
she lost her
reaching-
mom
I'm
before
reaching
she
at
like
this
started to blow up.
I'm reaching. Sorry, guys.
I didn't know she was in LA. I mean, I don't know, man. Saweetie has hits, and I think she's capable of making more.
I think I can expect another hit from Saweetie before.
Especially-
But
Club
it's a
banger.
year already, man.
Yeah.
Since my type came out.
True.
That shit still. I mean, Bodak Yellow took.
I
That
think
shit
yo,
ran for 2 years.
I think Meg Thee Stallion doesn't know how to pick a beat. I think
be
she
that.
picks the wrong beats. Like I can't nothing on it. Like as much as motherfuckers sweat,
Sweetie?
Big Old Freak,
Oh,
Cash It.
Yeah.
Like they're not standout beats, and they're not hit songs. I'm sure they may probably hit gold or platinum already,
Yeah.
of course.
but they're not hits.
Do you think it has to do with Sweetie's My Type sampling that Freak a Leak that was a big crossover back in?
Of course,
2000s?
yeah. I mean, she's got a good formula right now.
Mhm.
I mean, the only people that can fuck with her and be like, "Yo, you're like using all of these hits from the 2000s."
Mhm.
But then again, it's like, who the fuck cares?
Yeah.
I mean,
Yeah.
yeah, and other people have done it before that. So
Yeah. I mean, yeah. I want Meg Thee Stallion to win, but I don't with the formula
Well,
that she
she's-
has going on right
She's
now.
this week she's on the cover of Rolling Stone magazine with SZA and Normandy.
That's
yeah.
a
Oh, I
horrible.
saw that.
That's a horrible picture, by the way. That
Of
whole,
who? Of
I
all
thought,
of them?
yeah, it looked fake. When I
That
first saw it, I
picture
thought
was
somebody a fan.
I don't know
made
who
that.
styled that shit and who photographed that shit and who picked that picture and who thought of that concept, but that was a horrible fucking.
They're all wearing black, right?
Yeah, but
Yeah,
it just
leather.
looked really like it just was not
Tacky.
flattering for anybody.
In the back-
It
Background
looked
is
more
white.
more
Yeah.
like a Rap Pages cover.
It does.
I don't know
Yeah,
what
now
it
that
is.
you mention that. Yeah.
it was the Lost Files of
What
XL.
Up magazine cover.
It was XXL Lost Files.
Yeah, I wasn't feeling that.
Yeah.
I wasn't
Yeah.
feeling that shit. What do you call it? I kind of wanted to talk a little bit about this Dwayne Wade with his 12-year-old boy who says that he's transitioning to female, right?
Yeah.
Which basically he's going to be, he's accepting to be transgendered, identified as transgender.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And then Boozy got on social media and basically thought that the kid was going to have an operation,
Yeah.
which is,
I mean, but it's gonna happen eventually. If they,
yeah, but the kid's 12, but being transgender doesn't necessarily mean, it doesn't mean they're going to have an operation at 12 years old.
no.
But I feel like Boozy thought he was going to have an operation.
Right.
But he's eventually gonna have that operation, but not right now.
But when he's legal,
yeah. Mm-hmm.
but I kind of, it's weird because I was visiting my family. I visited my niece, and she's 14 right now.
Right.
But her school, they have like 8-year-olds, 10-year-olds, and 9-year-olds in her school. But they have kids that are identifying themselves at age 9 and 10 as transgender.
Really?
And I asked them, is that too young to, kind of identify yourself as transgender? And they were like, not really, because you kind of know when you know how you feel.
Yeah.
So I was like, I'm not going to lie, man. I'm like really ignorant in this subject.
Yeah.
I don't know what about you guys.
Very uneducated as well.
yeah,
Same.
I feel like everyone's a little ignorant about this, right?
Yeah.
Have you know a little bit what's going on?
I've been following this whole situation, and my thing is, I mean, people gonna have their opinions and shit, because that's not my son. I mean, I could say that I don't agree with him, but at the end of the day, it's Dwayne Wade's decision of how he gonna bring his.
What don't you agree with?
I feel like the kid is too young to decide whether or not they're transgender.
Gender.
Gender.
I think you said it's kind of like when you know, like for like the kid or like the parents. They
Yeah.
know
But
that
still,
shit.
when you're a kid,
I remember
some kids
being
are kind of confused though.
I remember
right?
being in middle school, and I remember knowing for a fact a few people that were at my school, men and women, or young boys and girls that were gay or lesbian, but they were just so young they didn't know maybe all the way.
That's
but,
one thing. That's a preference of sexuality, but
Right.
Yeah, so I think that's the ignorant aspect of where a lot of us are coming from.
Uh-huh.
Is that this is about gender identity,
Not
and
about
it's not
sexual
necessary,
preference.
and it's not necessarily
Exactly.
about sexual preference.
Yeah.
And I think we all grew up, and that's the problem, is that when people think of transgender, they think of like, oh my God, it's like a perverted
Right.
person, and it's not sexual at all. It's just like how these people are identifying themselves.
yeah, exactly, yeah.
And it gets a little bit more complicated, and it gets really like,
But that's why I feel like when you're that
Yeah.
age, you're not exactly sure if that's what you want to.
yeah, but you
Be-
can't
you grow
say
up.
that. You can't say that because you've never.
I know that exactly. That's what I'm
Yeah.
saying before. It's like
Because I was doing some research on it because I am fucking I am ignorant about this subject. What do you call it? Because I was looking up gender dysphoria, and it was actually called a gender identity disorder, and it's actually doctors' diagnosis as like a kind of the distress, unhappiness, and anxiety that transgender people have, and how they feel about the mismatch of their bodies and their gender identity. Does that make sense?
Yeah,
Yeah.
they're yeah.
So like they stopped calling it a disorder because a disorder implies that it's a
Something's
mental
wrong.
illness.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
something's
actually
wrong.
not a mental illness. It's more of like a emotional distress.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So and then I did a little bit more research, and I said, when does a kid, psychologists and everyone and doctors were kind of voicing their opinion, when does a kid know kind of what their gender identity is? And they actually said age 3.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's really young.
I know, yeah.
So
So the
So-
thing is, like, not to cut you off, but
Yeah.
do you think that that's more like of a taught thing? Like you're learned, like
Well-
gender is learned?
Well, here's the thing that we have to understand. So there's cisgender. Let's go through it really slowly.
Okay.
Cisgender, and to our listeners, if this is redundant, I'm sorry. Like, I kind of wanted to work this all out because I'm kind of ignorant in this shit,
Yeah.
and I feel like a lot of motherfuckers are ignorant into this shit. I think the people who aren't ignorant to this are actually parents,
Yeah.
because parents who have kids right now,
Exactly.
their kids are going through this, and the schools are going through this right now.
I mean, it's
And
educa-
those are they're like really educated on.
I mean, it's good to educate this because we are in the entertainment business, so people might identify certain ways when the people that you work with. So I think it's better to.
I mean, not
educate.
even entertainment. I'm saying this is life.
Yeah,
this
life.
is like this is going to be a standard, and if you're not on top of this and you don't know about this right now, it's going to definitely be more widespreadly known in like the next 5 to 10 years.
Yeah,
Yeah.
definitely.
And it's one of those things where you don't want to be kind of left behind on this shit. Not that we're not going to tap you into this, but what I'm saying.
We're not professors here.
So
but sure.
technically, cisgender is male, female, and intersex would be like if you're born with, if you're like,
If one with a penis
Or like a vagina, yeah.
a vagina, yeah.
if you have like both or something. I
Yeah.
don't know. That's intersex.
Okay.
Wasn't that something else though? I mean,
Yeah, hermaphrodite.
exactly, yeah.
Hermaphrodite,
Right.
yeah.
But that's I don't think that's applying to the gender, right? That's just kind of like the
Sexual organs.
Yeah. I'm claiming ignorance, so like, yo, correct us, man. Like, send us DMs
Please,
or
yeah.
like,
Like, we're not experts on this.
Yeah. What do you call it? Now we go into like transgender. Transgender would be like when the gender identity is in question. Someone doesn't identify with their gender at birth.
Yeah, so it's a
Right.
boy, but I
Right.
feel like a girl.
Yeah.
So like,
That's what Dwayne Wade's son is going through right now.
Dwayne
yeah.
said,
So like, a trans man would actually be born a female, but identifies themselves as a man.
A man.
oh,
A trans woman would be a man who identifies them as a
okay.
woman.
You see, I
You
was.
understand?
Yeah,
Yeah.
I didn't even know that.
yeah.
I would go with the simpler.
No, so like a trans man is who they are now,
Yeah.
not they were not.
not what
how
they were born.
what were born
yes,
as. Yeah,
got it. Good job.
and I didn't know that either.
Yeah. I was going like.
I actually knew this term. Yeah.
I didn't know that term.
I've
Go
always
ahead.
been doing research. And then there's non-binary, non-conforming, and gender queer.
This is all new to me. I just found out about this shit like last year.
yeah.
Recently, yeah.
non-binary.
There's non-binary, there's non-conforming, and gender queer.
Uh-huh.
and that's actually someone who doesn't identify as male or female.
Gender queer.
Gender queer.
Yeah.
Okay.
Now,
Because
there's
back when I was
Yes.
young, queer was
Was gay.
gay as well,
Considered
right?
gay, yeah.
Mhm.
Okay, cool.
But this is gender queer, so it's basically a mix where they identify themselves as both.
Oh, okay.
As
But this is
male
weird
and
though,
female.
because it's like.
Well, don't say it's weird.
I mean, I'm sorry.
Yeah.
I see.
It's all new
No,
to
I'm
you.
just saying this. It's. I say this weird because it's like it could be a normal chick, but she could identify herself as not a female, and she could at one point.
Well,
at one
put
point,
it
she could
this
be-
way. Yeah, put it this way. Someone who's born a woman
Mhm.
can dress like a man
Mm-hmm.
and look like a man,
Mm-hmm.
identify themselves as a man,
Mm-hmm.
but then also identify themselves as a woman.
Yeah, I have.
Does that make sense?
I have a few friends. I have a friend like that.
And then you would actually you wouldn't call him a him or her. You'd call him a they,
They.
Yeah.
because they identify with both
Yeah.
Mhm.
sexes.
Yeah.
But you said dressing up. I mean, I don't think they dress normal. That's the thing. It could be.
Yeah, they could dress normal, but I'm just saying like they could feel like they, because the only thing I'm saying is that the gender identity is versus gender expression, I guess.
Uh-huh.
Right?
Yeah.
Gender expression would be, I don't know, I could be thinking this wrong. Gender expression, I'm thinking, would be expressing the gender that you are.
I mean, that sounds right. I don't know if it's right
That
or
sounds
not, but that
logical.
sounds
Yeah.
logical. Yeah.
But I mean, yeah, with non-binary, non-conforming, and genderqueer,
Mm-hmm.
I know just the pronoun you have to use is they.
Yeah.
Yeah.
They.
And actually, in my niece's school, they're actually with everyone's names, like in the school list,
Mm-hmm.
with everyone's names, they're putting the proper pronouns of how they should be
She,
addressed.
her.
Okay, but here's the thing. Wasn't non-binary? Isn't that bisexual?
No,
Holiday?
because like you said, it doesn't have anything to do with sexuality.
Mhm.
It's just how you identify yourself
Oh.
inside.
Yeah.
Because you can be a trans, like you could be a trans man
Mm-hmm.
and be straight. Does that make sense?
No, that don't make sense.
No, it does.
Well, go ahead, break it down. Though.
A trans man was born a woman,
Yeah.
but they believe they're a man. So if they're a man, if their identity is a man, then technically, if they like women, they're a straight man.
Okay, got it.
All right.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
I got that.
And then we come from like an older generation where everything was just sexual,
Exactly. Yeah.
right? So it's like, oh, you bisexual, but now it's like, because back in the day we would have said she's a lesbian.
Mm-hmm.
Mm-hmm.
Technically, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Because we would have said like, all right, she's a woman who's dressing up like a dude, but she likes women. So, but she's like
she's a lesbian.
she's a lesbian. But
Yeah.
that's not
Right.
that's not correct. That's actually completely like
yeah.
incorrect.
Yeah, it's
Mhm.
botched up.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So like, excuse us for our like,
Yeah.
whatever
Yeah.
the fuck we're saying. Please don't
I'm
take
pretty-
offense to
we're
it.
pretty-
Exactly.
We're
not
like
trying-
slowly learning this
We're
shit.
not trying to start no shit. Whatever. We're not talking shit
We're-
about.
We're coming
anyone.
from a different.
We trying to
From a
learn
learning
ourselves, yeah.
point.
We're
We're
trying
I
to
think
learn
it's
that
I think it's dope that your niece's school is identifying
yeah.
these, making terms, and because it gives identity.
Is this a private school,
kids.
Cricket? Or a public school? Because I don't think the public schools are going that far.
No, I don't think a public school is, but I think it is a private school.
But
Okay, cool.
she's in the Bay, right?
Yes.
So I feel like the Bay is a little bit more forward with
Yeah.
this because of the population.
I thought it was interesting. I thought it was really interesting, and I thought it was dope. And she was kind of breaking it down to me, like, yeah, like there's because there's still classmates of hers that have technically a male's, like a, what society would deem a male name, but are trans women.
Yeah.
Does that make sense?
It could be like a Thomas.
A Thomas, but they're trans women.
Right.
So they feel like their
Tiffany.
identity is a woman, gender.
But his name
So
is Thomas.
it's going to be
Yeah.
Thomas Henderson, pronoun her, she.
Yeah.
You understand what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then there might be like a Jennifer Stewart, and it would be like they, their,
Mm-hmm.
Or
because
he,
she's
or her,
non-binary.
him. Yeah, got it.
You understand?
Yeah.
But I think like when you have kids and stuff, and it becomes a little bit like when you're like kind of in contact, and you're experiencing this like firsthand. I think it's
You got to learn it. Yeah.
You got to learn it. Yeah.
I think it's so important because I feel like when you're a child and you're going through those things, if you don't have a place or if you don't feel like you're accepted in some form of like structure, that's when depression sits in,
Yeah.
suicidal thoughts set in,
Yeah.
like certain like things that maybe like harming yourself physically because you don't love yourself, like all those
Because
things
you don't
that-
feel part
yeah.
of something.
And now that they have like a lane for these kids to like feel identified, I think that's like extremely important.
Yeah, not only that, you know, it could also be like you said, like there could be potential to harm other people
Yeah.
just because you're hiding who you are,
Mm-hmm.
and then you just start, you know what I mean, like you don't know how to express your true self.
Yeah.
You don't know how to like,
And then
like yeah.
others
I
don't know
think-
others don't know how to identify you either, so they're confused, and then that confusion turns into like not hatred, but it's like, oh, you're weird, or
Right.
I don't know what you are, so I'm gonna outcast you. You know how kids are; they can be really harsh. So
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
yeah,
But I think it's. I mean, I don't know, man. I'm really impressed with society, like regarding these kind of like these terms and what's going on with gender.
Yeah, I mean,
because like, you know, like 30 years ago, like,
shit, 10 years ago, 5 years ago.
yeah,
I said, yeah, 5 years ago.
5 years ago.
but I'm just saying, even 30 years ago, like, you know, it was unheard of for like, it was just unheard of to be like gay.
yeah,
And it's just like to have gay kids or,
Yeah.
gay people just, and then now to have transgender and, you know, just have all of this kind of become a standard in school. I think it's kind of like a move, like everything's moving forward. As much as there's shit moving back, like I feel like race kind of like we went backwards.
But you
with
know what's so
race,
funny?
you
I
know?
remember like back in like, I want to say when I first moved to Vegas, like 2003 or 4.
Yeah.
And I would go to New York. And if I would go down to like, what street was that? Like 8th Street in the Village. They had a school for like transgender kids. Like,
Oh, shit. Ahead of its time.
and it was kind of weird because you
was it
see
around
like, you
Christopher?
see, no. It was on it by Astor Place.
Oh, wow.
And you would see like guys dressed like girls dressed like guys. It was just like,
Right.
it was a whole school like that. I don't know if that school still exists.
By the way, guys, when Never says weird, he means different and like something. He
I'm
has-
sorry. Yeah. Okay. Thanks
That
for
he hasn't-
explaining
he-
that. I'm not disrespecting. No
Yeah,
one.
it's not weird as in bad. It's weird as in like he's never
Thanks-
seen something like
Thanks
this.
for pointing that out, Jamie.
I'm his.
But yeah, but you.
I was at the bar and I saw this black guy and he tipped the bartender really well. I thought it was weird.
Yeah.
That would be like, why is that gotta be weird?
He said, I got money. It's fucked up.
Black people ain't got no
But,
money.
but now they got schools like that nowadays. It's like back in the days, like when I was in school, they didn't. That was
It was different.
You wouldn't even think of
Yeah.
having a school like that.
I saw an Asian driver who was like
Really
driving
good
really
at
well.
driving. That was
And I
weird.
thought it was weird.
I saw the Mexican owning the yard, not mowing the yard.
Yeah. That
That
was
was pretty
weird.
weird, man.
That was weird. All right, now we just even the planes out, okay?
yes,
Okay, guys? Just even that. Oh, okay, I forgot one more thing. Gender fluid.
Oh yeah. You mentioned that. What
So
was
gender fluid is someone whose gender identity changes over time. Now
Okay.
the only so that
They're confused.
it's not confused. We don't want to say
that?
confused.
It's
I
just
don't
like,
think.
God damn it! Never, I just cleaned you up. Pause.
Yeah, you know what? I was thinking that.
It's like a mood change.
No, I think that they need to create a kind of a list of words to avoid. There's probably like a media trained thing
Yeah, I mean,
of
obviously,
like obviously we're not media
we just
trained.
bought some microphones and shit and this nice camera.
But but it's like probably like weird, confused, and all this other stuff.
Yeah.
But I don't know, man. I don't know if confused is bad, but I think it's just when it changes over time.
It's like a season.
No, so like if you look at it as a scale, and I think they look at it kind of like a thermometer,
Yeah.
like
Like a mood?
like male and female, and some people are just kind of maybe in the middle, but a little bit more male,
On a Tuesday.
and a little bit in the middle, maybe more male or female. So that would be non-binary, and if it switches over left or right, I feel like that's gender fluid.
yeah, just on the depending how you wake up, maybe. I don't know.
Someone
sorry
could
if I'm
call me up
really
in
stupid.
school. You know who knows a lot about this actually is MoMA.
Yeah.
And he's actually the first person to bring that to light to me.
yeah.
Yeah. What do you call it? Yeah, I mean, that's pretty much it. I mean, guys, feel free to educate us more.
Yeah.
And let us know what's
Hit the
going on.
DMs.
Yeah.
And if you want to send us links to more shit, like, I honestly want to learn more about it. I'm not the most well-spoken person.
This is actually really interesting. Not to cut you off
Yeah.
again, but I was just watching something on the NCAA,
Mm-hmm.
and they're even addressing this because they're at a crossroads with how do you address it as far as like them playing sports.
Very good point.
Yeah.
Because there are a lot of trans women
Right.
Yes.
who want to get into female sports, right?
Yeah.
Or
Is
women's
that
sports.
fair though?
I don't think that's fair. Because I think if you were born,
I mean, they didn't let.
biologically born with like male strength and like everything
Testosterone.
that, like
Yeah.
as a man, like as a male,
Mm-hmm.
and even if your identity is a woman, you still have the strength
Of a
and-
man.
Right.
Of a
Yeah.
male. Yeah.
And that's what they're dealing with because it's like
That's
when-
not fair.
It's tough because,
Because
a
they
lot
don't
of trans. Let's say if you're a trans woman, you're born a man and you transition into a woman, your testosterone level has dropped significantly over time, and you almost have the level of estrogen as a woman. So that's the argument. Is like you're kind of biologically built at that point as a woman.
Have they proven that?
That's the thing. It's
The scary shit
it's-
is the UFC, right? Because there's trans women who want to go into UFC.
Yeah, they
Yeah.
want to fight dudes.
No, they want to fight women.
Oh, fight women.
Yeah.
trans
sorry.
women.
yeah.
Sorry.
Yeah.
Again. Sorry, guys.
So they have an advantage.
Yeah.
Well, I think, but I don't know. There needs to be more studies.
Yeah, because a lot of these
on
studies are just like independent doctors. There's no data to back it up in any way because it's so new. So I think the NCAA is starting the process of trying to like gather data, and I don't know how they're gonna like police it eventually, but I think it's gonna be a huge issue moving forward,
Of course.
especially
think
with
so,
sports.
too. I think
Yeah.
the issue is the Olympics allowing it
It's this year, right?
Yeah, Japan
Yeah.
this year.
Oh shit.
with coronavirus. I don't know about that. No one's gonna go there, bro.
Japan?
They already
Wait, Japan? Oh,
they
yeah.
already made changes to their race.
Really?
They had like an opening ceremony race that was gonna have like 500 people, and they narrowed it down. No, maybe more than 500.
Yeah.
I think it was like 5,000 people.
They'll nothing. The games
You know
are
the
gonna
opening
still go.
ceremony where they have the fire.
Yeah.
The torch.
The
And
torch.
They carry it
And they
from-
light it
to the.
They had like I don't know the number. I'm gonna sound really stupid right now. I think it was like thousands, and they had to and they narrowed it down to 200.
yeah.
Damn.
Yeah, and it's only professionals. But everyone was signing. Like everyone around the world wanted to sign up and be a part of that 5,000.
Yeah.
And they were only taking certain people who placed at like 100 or less
Yeah.
in
Yeah.
a marathon. If you didn't place that, then you weren't qualified to run that with those people.
Uh huh.
But they just canceled that because of the coronavirus.
Wow.
Yeah.
They don't want 5,000 people fucking traveling over there
Yeah.
That's not
for the opening ceremony. I don't know if that Japan shit is gonna happen, man. Honestly,
I don't know.
Well,
If
what-
it doesn't, that would.
What
be
is it?
huge.
4 months from now?
July.
July.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I mean, they've done it before. They've canceled the Olympics.
Oh, they did?
Yeah.
when did they cancel it?
Wasn't it like in the 80s?
I don't know.
When
You don't know the year?
the,
Come on, you're fucking
No,
encyclopedia
it was
boy.
the
No,
U.S.
it was like 80s. I want to say 1980.
You're
no,
encyclopedia
it
board?
wasn't canceled, but I think the U.S. boycotted it.
Okay, that's
Or
what it
a
was.
few countries
Yeah,
boycotted
a couple of
the
countries
Why?
boycotted.
I'm not.
It was like
something
political
to do, Yeah, it
reasons.
was something to do with because I believe.
All right, we got to start talking about this.
Okay.
Yo, we're like the dumbest fucking podcast
know, hey.
in the world, yo.
So they never.
I never graduated
they have-
college.
They never canceled the fucking Olympics ever. But I'm trying to find who boycotted that year.
The U.S. boycotted
For political
in 1980.
reasons.
Oh, hold on. 1980.
Yeah.
Was it something to do with Russia?
Jimmy Carter announces that the U.S. will boycott the Olympic Games scheduled to take place in Moscow
For
in the
political
summer.
reasons.
For political reasons.
Is that what they say?
Take place came after the Soviet Union failed to comply the Carter's February 20 deadline, withdraw troops from Afghanistan. So yeah, political
okay.
reasons.
See?
Well, it's more war reasons, but sure.
But I mean, even in 2016 in Rio, where they had the huge contamination thing with the water in the ocean, like they still figured it
That
out.
was
and
in
made it work.
Florida, but
No.
Yo, mad
in
motherfuckers
Rio.
was getting robbed. Remember, there was like videos of like
oh yeah,
Yeah, man.
smugglings in
Yeah.
Brazil. That's
Yeah.
just crazy.
Oh, what was that one swimmer? How he did
Ryan
that?
Lochte.
Oh my god, that was horrible.
And he lied about getting mugged or
And
something.
he totally did like some racist ass shit. He just blamed. Oh, like I got a
got
bunch of
mugged.
Brazilians
Yeah.
mugged
Yeah.
me. Yeah. That's fucking nuts.
and he was just out being drunk.
Yeah, I don't know.
Yeah.
Japan would be fun for the Olympics though.
Dude, if something happens to where the games don't happen, that would be like catastrophic.
Yo, I'm telling you, like I was in L.A. and I was with my manufacturers and a couple of fabric people, and like production in the U.S. is going up like insanely in the past like month and a half to 2 months.
Yeah.
Because of the coronavirus, everything's shut down in China. Samples are not making it to like Fashion Week. Production for like literally collections are done. They're like, so like everyone's losing money. I was with one brand, and their sales team was like, "Yo, we're getting calls on where's the spring delivery," and they were like, "We were gonna tell them, you know, it was a coronavirus."
Jesus.
And then I was like, "Do not tell them it's a coronavirus." Like, if I was a store and someone said the clothing is backed up on coronavirus, I would be scared that the coronavirus would
be in the fabric,
be infected into the clothing,
and contaminated.
Yeah. So I was just like, don't even fucking say that.
Quick, I have a question. You never had new for a long time. You guys only manufacture in the States. Does that have to do with anything of being scared that shit might happen like this?
No,
not at all, man.
No, like we did set shit in the U.S. because honestly, it started out with when you do shit in China, when you make shit overseas, in Vietnam or wherever, it's all about high minimums.
Oh, okay, yeah.
So, like, they don't make 150 units.
It's 500 plus.
Yeah,
type of shit.
They make 300, 600.
Yeah.
Like even if I wanted to make socks in China at that time, maybe like 8 years ago, it was like 600 units minimum. It's like how the fuck am I gonna move 600 socks?
Yeah.
So anyway, it started with us trying to go to Cali and LA, because ultimately New York had a garment district, and then Clinton kind of fucked it up with the free trade agreement, and everyone, there was literally.
You said Clinton?
Yeah,
Bill Clinton.
Okay.
He regrets this. I think it was I forgot what the fuck it was, but all I know is that there was a garment district in New York, and it was doing. I don't know if it was killing it, but it was thriving.
Doing well.
It was doing well.
It was good, yeah.
And then all of a sudden, this free trade agreement went through, and everyone moved their production overseas, and New York died. It literally, there is no garment district anymore. There are no manufacturers. There are no fabric people. It literally became K-Town, where K-Town is. It literally became like a wholesale market for like weird novelties and perfumes and like jewelry and shit like that.
Yeah, like downtown
Yeah,
LA.
exactly. But downtown LA, LA still has a garment district.
Yeah,
they still have manufacturers. And they're thriving now just because of what's going on. And not only that, the production level that they're doing right now, only LA and Cali can do this, is that they have the capabilities to do dyeing. So all this tie-dye, all this denim, all the shit that you see, a lot of countries don't. Like they've actually, what do you call it? They've actually they've kind of like
pulled back a little bit on that.
They pull back because the governments are like, yo, you're fucking up the water because of all the dye. I'm sorry, I'm really horrible. I'm not really explaining this clearly, but they're fucking up the dye. So even in Mexico, there are these regulations. There's these really strict regulations on fucking up water.
Yeah.
In Asia and in China especially, there's these really strict regulations on fucking up water. So you can't do tie-dye. You can't do as much tie-dye as you can in LA. Wow. So that because tie-dye is so big right now, these celebrities who want like tie-dye merch, and they're doing like thousands volumes, like, you know, Travis Scott had that Astro World hoodie that was like a tie-dye hoodie. Yeah. Which I heard he moved 40,000 units.
That's crazy.
Because the manufacturer I work with did their hoodies. 40,000 of those hoodies were made in fucking LA, and those are they can't make it overseas because of the regulations and shit.
Damn.
I heard that Mexico just figured out a way to recycle water to do dyeing, but it's expensive, so it's not even cost effective to get the shit done in China or in Mexico anymore because of the regulations and the restrictions.
Cool.
So a lot of this tie-dye that we're seeing that's getting done in merch and
it's all in LA.
It's a lot. Bulk of it is being done in LA, and LA's just killing it. These wash houses that are doing all of these tie-dyes and all this acid washes and all that shit, they're fucking murdering it right now. But at the same time, they're really fucking up
the water,
the environment, and the water. Yeah, because the water that's being supplied to LA is not from there, right? It's from like Washington or something. Yeah, it's from Nevada.
Yeah, they use.
I think
Hoover Dam.
some of it is from
Yeah.
So it's not even from LA doesn't have a water supply.
even though they're next to the ocean. But
Yeah, we get our water from. We get our water.
You would think, right?
yeah, you would think like logically it's right there.
Well, ocean water isn't like usable water. Like if
No.
you were to do shit in ocean water, like the salt would fuck up the clothing.
Look at that.
Yeah.
God damn it! It's why I love cricket. I'm so stupid.
What's just chemistry? Like, you know what I'm saying? Like it,
Yeah.
it has to be done
Sorry,
with like,
chemistry.
you know.
I didn't. I watched
No, but it's like everything affects clothing, salt, anything, whatever minerals you have in water and in dyes and everything. In clothing, dyeing is like the major factor of everything. It's everything, from colors to denim. Even like denim production is down because they don't want to fuck up water.
Damn, that's crazy.
Yeah, because honestly, this production is affecting everything. Like we had the Magic trade show convention, right?
Like 2 weeks
Oh,
ago.
and it was
The
dry.
first week of February,
Yeah, we basically had Capsule, Liberty, and Project shows here.
which is quiet.
It was I didn't even know.
Extremely.
I didn't even know it was that week.
Yeah, me either.
we stepped out and you're like, oh shit! I didn't even know Magic was happening this week.
Yo, it's bad. Like the wholesale market. Like I'm telling you. Like I said this like 2 years ago. Like even like last year, I was telling y'all.
You
Like
told me this.
wholesale is dead, retail is gonna die, and and I even told you that the DJ nightlife market is gonna go down this year.
Yeah.
We spoke about this last year, if not 2 years ago. I think I mentioned it
Bro,
2
you
years
mentioned,
ago.
you mentioned it like in the 3rd episode of this
Yeah,
shit.
I'm telling you, I've been
So go back to episode 5,
I've been
guys.
saying that
Well,
20
we know, but Magic haven't been the same in like the past
5
years, man.
It's
Yeah.
been horrible last 5 years.
Yeah, it's just
But
been
even
getting
this
worse
year,
and
it
worse.
just felt like there was no presence in the city.
No,
It
but it
felt-
was just sad. Like there was no like that show should just die. It's already
Yeah.
been dead. They should stop doing it. They're just fucking taking advantage of all these like these brands who want to showcase their shit and they think they're gonna get retail sales and they're not. They're not gonna get it, yo.
Yeah.
Department stores are slowly gonna die. I think there's gonna be still some department stores that make it, but ultimately the concept of wholesale is gonna die. It's gonna be turned to direct to consumer.
Yeah.
And because all the production that's happening when I'm going to my manufacturers, all the production I see are from stores.
Yeah.
Like stores cannot, like these sneaker stores, and the only one thriving right now is sneaker stores.
Yeah.
The sneaker stores have to also rely on, if they're going to sell clothes, they have to rely on their in-house brand.
Yeah.
I mean, of course, they're buying wholesale from other brands and shit,
Yeah.
but that's like, yo, for a brand to do wholesale, I think that's like a side hustle nowadays, man.
Yeah.
That
They
used
have to have a direct-to-consumer market.
That used to be like a big thing.
Yeah, wholesale used to be the majority of a brand's sales.
Yeah.
Right now, if it's not 40 to 60,
I
it's-
want to say less than that.
Yeah, they have to have a
15.
direct-to-consumer market.
Yeah.
Yeah, and yo, this is all changing, and it's happening fast, and it's happening slow, but it's all fucking changing. And what do you call it? Even manufacturers that I was talking to, they were like, "Yo, some of Supreme's manufacturers are slow. The T-shirt makers are slow, and they're like, "Yo, we can start making your T-shirts."
Really?
Yeah.
Yes.
'Cause- yeah.
The hat makers are like, "Yo, we're slow right now. We can start making your hats."
At a cheaper price.
All the shit that like all the Supreme manufacturers out there are like hitting up people like, yeah, remember we said we are too busy? Like we're cool now. We have time to make your T-shirts and shit.
Yeah.
Wow.
That's crazy.
Supreme is like, how are they doing right now? They just dropped their spring summer.
Yeah, they just did that. They dropped it yesterday. Sorry.
Thursday.
Thursday, yesterday. So they dropped it yesterday.
Everyone wanted that new mark, right?
Everyone want that new
That
mark
new mark
turntable.
turntable.
That shit is. I don't think it's doing that well because I hit up one of my buddies that usually does a resale shit for that, and he had one, and I was like, I'll just for shits and giggles, I texted him and I said, "Yo, how much?" And he said $250, and I asked him, "Well, how much was retail?" And he said $200, and I was like, "Okay, plus tax, you paid $220, so you're only really making $30 at this point."
Why are they doing it?
I don't, dude. I like honestly, it's kind of a dying thing now. Like people, like so much so that I have reselling friends, about 10, 15 of them. They so All Star makes all these like exclusive drops for the All Star weekend
In Chicago.
in Chicago, wherever the city's at, and they do different themes or whatever. So I had like 10 or 15 buddies of mine that do reselling. They actually flew to Chicago, rented out like an Airbnb or whatever, and they were like hunting down these fucking items to take back to LA and kind of make the money.
Yeah.
It's because it's so bad. Even in LA, being a big ass city, a big market, is still not giving them what they used to make 5-6 years ago.
But they can't depend. They can't depend on one brand.
No, But I never seen them fly out to do that shit. I seen East Coast motherfuckers fly out to the West Coast for Complex Con because you see how many items, exclusive items, Complex Con has. So I seen that before. But for my West Coast guys to go out to Chicago, to New York, to wherever, even to Art Basel and shit, it's kind of weird.
Wait,
it's weird.
Is resell's not going to die, but is it slowing down? Like,
it's not. You're not making the big checks you once was. Like you used to make $200 on a sneaker, right? And any sneaker, if it was a LeBron James sneaker or Kobe Bryant sneaker, or even a Yeezy. Yeezy was you were making upwards of $300 on top of what you paid for. Now you're making a cool 60, 75. And that's the highest you're probably getting.
Yeah. Unless
you're patient and you're willing to sit on that money and that shoe on a consignment store, and you make more money eventually. But you kind of want that fast gain of money and get your money back, and plus whatever you make.
Do you think it's going to pick back up just because you were telling me about Supreme, how they redid their site?
Yo, so Supreme. So say if Darren had a bot is
because bots kind of fucked up resale, right?
Yeah, they kind of did. They kind of did really. They fucked up a lot of shit. They fucked up the Nike websites. They fucked up a lot of shit. So a bot is basically it's kind of instant in cart checkout process. So instead of going and when you click your size and then you add it to cart and you do all that shit, the bot does that in 2 seconds.
Doesn't it hack?
It kind of hacks the system.
It hacks the cart. It puts in the address. It puts the address. And the name and the payment and processes it in like record time.
Yeah.
In like
super fast.
In like a split second, right?
And not only that, they've done that for. I mean, all I knew was sneakers until I met this dude that was like, "Yeah, do that for Justin Bieber tickets."
Does it pick the items too?
Yeah, it picks the items and everything.
Right. So like it literally, like regular kids can't compete with that because if you have a bot that's doing like if you have multiple bots,
they're grabbing everything up right away.
So the way it works, this water bottle has a SKU number, right? And let's say it's the box logo, Supreme water bottle, whatever. So that has a SKU number. So the bot guys, they'll know the SKU number and they'll type it in beforehand. So what Supreme started doing was like, oh, let's switch the SKU numbers last minute. So if you're thinking you're getting this water bottle, you end up getting the socks because the bot was just going for that SKU number, right? So now what they did is they see that they detect that you have a bot. Your address, your credit card, and like your name, whatever your information gets blacklisted on the Supreme website. Oh, wow. So then you're fucked, right? So now if you had a bot and you were gaining anywhere from 5 to 7 items, now you're fucked. And then so it's kind of opening up that lane a little bit more
for regular people to buy.
For the regular people to buy it, it's gonna kill reselling a little bit. However, it can make the reselling go up more because the supply and demand now is harder to gain. Like to get the items and stuff like
Isn't it funny how like Jamie's like a moron about everything in life except sneakers and like Supreme
and streetwear?
Streetwear.
Yeah, it's like I don't know. That's all I know. So yeah, but
it is all you know.
So yeah, and then also like the Supreme. I don't know if you guys seen the Supreme Oreos.
That's like the biggest seller. I just saw. Okay, it's funny.
It's all hype though. No one's paying $1,500.
No one's paying $800, $1,500 for a 3-pack of Oreos. If you are crazy. But no, they. I mean, I'm sure they're probably getting 25 or whatever.
But that's like the biggest seller.
It's
from
not
that
the
collection.
biggest. Okay, so it's not the biggest seller. It's the most. What they're pricing at the highest, right? So only because I priced this water bottle at $1,500 doesn't mean it's worth $1,500. It's worth whatever you're willing to pay for it. So,
but this is what they do on eBay, right? They'll price something like
astronomically,
crazy. Yes, like insanely high.
Whatever they
they'll
think
screenshot it and then they'll post it on the internet just so it'll get viral and attention.
Yeah. And then people like me, I know how that works. However, the regular person, the regular consumer is gonna see that and be like, "What the fuck?" But they don't know that that's not what they're paying for. So yeah, anything could be.
But you think people are paying like $2,500 for?
No, for what? For the Oreos?
For Oreos?
No. Yo, you could go to the fucking market and get a pack for $6. But like, nah. And then
I don't know. There might be a Jolo out there who wants some Oreos.
Man. I mean, yeah, I'm sure
that one so you don't guy. Think on eBay somebody?
No, check the last sales on the eBay. I'll tell you how much people were willing to pay for that Oreo.
But shit is not selling like it used to.
No,
anymore.
Of course not. Correct.
The box logos maybe.
And they also had the Tupac T-shirt, right?
They had a Tupac.
That shit looked kind of whack.
Remember the hologram they did for Coachella 2012?
Yeah.
So they had him, and in his boxer briefs, it has the Red Supreme waistband.
Yeah.
And they did a T-shirt of that. And
That's
they did a
kinda dope.
Nah,
skateboard
that shit look kind of whack.
That's
man.
hot.
It looks. It don't even look like Pac.
I thought it was cool, but no. I mean, there's a few things that I like from this collection, like the MLB jacket, of course, and the catcher vest.
And they got like Ziploc bags.
They got Ziploc bags. I mean, Supreme at this point will do anything.
I don't know, man. I'm curious to see where fashion is because these brands are so fucking desperate. Like you got Alexander Wang, like
H&M.
I know, like he's like these guys need like Audi and all of these brands, like these corporate brands, to help them fund the what do you call it, the runway shows.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're teaming up and they're doing all this desperate shit, and it's just like,
I mean,
it's just like they need to rethink distribution.
Mm-hmm.
And they need to rethink the runway shows and stuff like that. But everyone's desperate, bro. Like, what I'm trying to tell you is that all these designers that work for brands are now working for celebrity merch. They're fucking like all these talented people are making merch for Justin Bieber. You know what I'm saying? It's like it's fucking insane. It's like that's what I'm trying to like. All of these talented designers are like, you know, they're helping fucking
Justin Bieber with the
Justin
merch.
Bieber. They're helping like Rihanna with Fenty. You know what I mean? It's like these brands no longer like they're struggling because they're like no one cares about the designs itself.
Yeah.
It's
It's the
all about the
association.
celebrity.
The name
it's
behind
all
it.
about the fame and whatever's behind the shit.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? I'm curious to see if this fucking Beyonce
Adidas.
Ivy Park shit is gonna sell because it looks horrible.
Didn't it sell out?
It sold out, Crook.
Yeah.
It did?
It
Yeah.
sold out.
It looked
People
horrible.
buying that shit, man.
And it's more when she's sending the big ass, like the big ass trunks full of the Beyonce thing.
She didn't sell that, but that was like a market. That was a
marketing.
That was a
thing. So
seeding
that makes,
campaign.
That makes so much.
That was
people
kinda,
wanna buy
yeah.
shit. Yeah, like I've seen like people to that point. I've seen some of my friend resellers selling some of the Ivy Park shit.
Really?
Dude,
Yeah, I've seen it.
You want me
It
to?
was
Want me to?
horrendous. I thought the collection was like.
Want me to
horrendous,
blow your
bro.
mind?
Yeah.
My
No, I don't want you to blow anything. but-
Hey, yo.
No, my friends resell Kylie Jenner lipsticks.
Oh, shit.
yeah.
All right.
Yeah.
We gotta end this podcast. This is fucking sad.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I think there's nothing sadder to talk about the state of retail and fashion right now.
yeah.
I thought DJing was bad. Fuck, bro.
Retail.
I mean,
Retail
I
is
knew,
just as bad.
I knew it was bad
Didn't they
when
get-
Paris Fashion Week.
Didn't they sell Victoria's Secret recently?
Oh, you mean it went bankrupt?
No, somebody bought it out.
Oh, I don't know. Yo, it's. I'm telling you, it's a wrap. Like all these fucking stores.
I mean, when I saw Paris Fashion Week look like the new agenda with all these influencer quote unquote stylists that I'd seen before, and I was like, okay, it looks weird. It looks
It's a
whack.
wrap, man.
It's
I'm
a
telling
wrap. Only because you have followers and you know.
you. These clothing brands are gonna start doing TikToks and shit.
Yeah.
soon.
On that note, if you want to watch this video alongside any other of our brand new videos every Friday, youtube.com/R.O.A.D podcast. Like, comment, subscribe, hit the notification bell to be the first to get the video.
All right, we're out. Shout out to DJ City, man.
Yeah.
And we out.
Peace.